And I heard it just go, and I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't break the glass.
Got out of my car to look at it, and it seemed fine. So.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yes.
Well, already the traffic was...
But the point
Lots
is,
of things.
it's starting already.
Oh, God. Here we go. It's going to be a creepy day all day.
No matter what happens today. Oh, it's good. 666.
I know. Just like, it's Friday the 13th. Ooh.
It's creepy. Well, Friday the 13th happened once every 4 months or 5 months or whatever it is.
But still, people freak out.
Yes, but imagine how much more freakness there should be to today when it comes once every 100 years.
Whoa!
So, Stephen, is traffic typical for a 666?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
last time there was.
it is.
Well, the last time I was doing some research, there was a horse and buggy that overturned, so causing some big backups.
And in 1806, wasn't there a big line for food stamps or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Big backups.
What was the traffic like in 1806? What did they do back in 1806 on this day?
Well, I think they went in and was watching some TV and
Yeah.
they had their radios on, blaring,
Yes.
ripping the knobs off.
Trying to catch that Billy the Kid.
So there were no radios and no TVs at all, despite your witty little banter.
Well, I don't think there was in 1906 either.
Back in 1906 there was radio, no? Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Radio was invented when? We should probably know this.
I think it was like in the 20s.
In the 20s? I think it was earlier than... some form of radio was available earlier than that. Yes, the radio wave was first mass-produced when? When did you have to go to Home Depot to get your first radio wave? 1906. Oh, never mind. Anyway.
I can say this. No, I can think a baseball game was the first thing broadcast, right?
I don't know. Sounds good, though.
I think it was.
And Lou Pinello was...
Still there.
Still mad.
Yeah, he was mad.
Manager back then.
Oh, isn't this wild? I say something here, you can hear it over there.
Quite a concept.
How the hell do they do this?
Right. This may catch on.
Jesus, this is almost as good as those guys that do the dance at the Mariner games with the rigs. God, I love that. That's interesting every time.
Every time.
Guys,
And when the hydros come up, I got blue, okay?
oh, I like yellow.
Lou was very quick to catch on to radio.
Yes.
I got a perfect guy for this. Hey, Dave, you still mowing those yards? Mr. Niehaus, come on down here.
He was definitely there, Niehaus.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Niehaus was on the first radio broadcast.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
I'm glad the scary music is playing in the background on this. Anyway,
The first commercial broadcasts were in the 20s.
in the 20s.
Wow.
Oh, Stephen, you hear the little "I told you so" in his voice? You hear a little hip,
wasn't at all.
a little
Just-
giddy up in his voice. The first radio broadcast was in the 20s. I was right.
Yes.
More than a little.
Yeah.
Broadcasted in the 20s.
Actually, when I'm wrong, I correct it as well.
You were pretty anxious to tell us that the first radio broadcast was in the 20s. I was right. Everyone noticed it,
Well,
but you.
I apologize for trying to get correct information
Well,
out
it's
there.
not your fault. 666. Anyway,
Again, the excuse of the day.
yeah, we'll get the Devil Day started after these.
Yay or nay?
Gay.
They are the brand new pictures of Heather Locklear and David Spade in the swim for a sexy weekend outing at the beach. They hit the surf and sand for some couple time in the California sun with her daughter Ava.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's today's red hot couples news.
Oh, and it was red hot, extra.
Who's supposed to be sexy?
Yeah,
David Spade?
those pictures, those sound really hot if he wasn't in them.
Yeah, they do.
David Spade and a little spade.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this big Johnson busting through, Terry.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
tell me you can stand it.
Mr. Hard Body that he is. Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't make him hit you with one of those pythons, Terry.
Oh, yeah, watch out.
He knows you're making fun of him.
God, please.
All right, so what's with what the cat dragged in over there, Terry?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know.
I don't know what to make of this.
Is gay here?
No.
Oh.
It would have been
That's a
taken
big
more
cat,
than...
yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
Well, I guess
cat.
not that big of a cat.
Trying to figure out how to describe what's going on here. Our summer intern is in limbo as to what she should do. So she's here one day, gone the next, here one day, gone, and there's trying to be this. She's hoping to figure out how she can stay on. I don't know why. She was told by her college she could get 3 credits already. She didn't even. How long did she work here? 2-3 weeks?
If that.
She won't talk. Just refer to her as the white girl on the couch.
Perfect.
And then she's hoping, over time, after she does her little stint as the white girl on the couch, Terry, that she can come back as another name and no one will recognize it.
Yeah.
But as soon as she says beanering or neaning,
Oh, jeez. No one will recognize
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, no.
So the plan is, and this is all her doing. This is all her brainstorm.
Scary.
Actually, Vinny the Pooh called her the white girl on the couch. That's how I'm going to refer to her up till the point where she feels comfortable. So we'll call her the white girl on the couch until she feels comfortable to step up to the microphone, Terry.
Okay.
And then she wants to be Emma.
Okay.
Emma.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's going to fool everybody.
And where's Emma supposed to be from?
Where's Emma from? Can you sign language it or something? Can you write? Oh, what was that? What'd you say? She doesn't know
We
yet.
don't
Oh,
know.
it's Arizona State.
No, I don't think so.
Can we call you Jendel?
Nah.
Emma.
Emma.
All right.
But I like white girl on the couch.
The white girl on the couch?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Makes things easier.
Yes.
You know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you may be hearing a reference to the white girl on the couch.
But we don't know who it is, right?
No, we can't say who it is.
Okay.
Because we don't know.
Grandma could be real upset.
Yeah.
So the white girl on the couch. A lot of grandmas out there have a white girl that could be on the couch. So it could be anyone's.
That is absolutely true.
Mm-hmm. My grandmas could think it's their granddaughter,
Right.
although they're no longer with us. But
But still.
right,
Plenty of grandmothers with white
plenty
girls.
of white girls that could be on the couch.
Right. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Is that my white girl on the couch?
No, it's my white girl on the couch.
I thought they said Emma. So this should be rather interesting.
Yeah, it
Yes.
ought to be a fun little summer for us.
So it's the white girl on the couch shaved or?
Whoa!
Does the white girl on the couch shave her vagina? Stephen wants to know. Interesting. You want to give a thumbs up or thumbs down, white girl on the couch, or no?
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Well, it wasn't a
Okay.
thumbs down. It was a no comment.
Oh, I see. Is that a no comment thumbs down?
Don't
Thumbs
ruin
up or
my
thumbs down?
fantasy, Vinny, damn it. It's not a thumbs down, okay?
Everyone has a fantasy about a white girl on the couch, Terry, and she's always shaved.
Oh, yeah?
To the bare min.
Got some Old Spice on there.
Slaps on a little aqua velva afterwards.
Oh, maybe a little brute.
Oh, wow!
It's quite the visual.
Some Halston.
Slap on a little canoe. You're good to go.
Karate.
Yes.
Canoe.
Check my dad's medicine chest.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what's in there.
No, Old Spice.
Got a hell of a deal in flip-flops here at Bartel and Canoe.
And canoe.
But like people call Target Target, he calls his canoe Canaway. Slaps on a little Canaway after he shaves.
Yeah.
And he's ready to take out Rita.
Oh, come on, Rita.
He's ready to take out the white girl who's sitting on the bed waiting for him.
Oh, yeah. That's hot.
Yes, very exciting. All right, so how you doing there, white girl on the couch? Everything good? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
She's got thumbs up.
thumbs
I
up.
think she's kind of trying to hide a little bit. She's not
I
like...
can't see her, so that's fine.
No, I mean, at least from my eyesight.
Okay, from your eyesight too?
Yeah,
All
she's
right.
like kind of way over.
We can
to-
ask for thumbs up and thumbs down on things, right? White girl on the couch?
Yeah.
Okay,
Why don't you
thumbs
move
up.
on over? So, yeah, there you go.
Why don't you just lay out there?
Yeah, why don't you? Oh, well.
I know.
I don't think white girl.
You know what I've done on that couch?
Whoa! I don't even want
What's that
to.
now, Terry?
Never mind. I was going to say I don't think the white girl on the couch would lay out there. Would she?
Oh, huh?
You said, why don't you
well-
lay out on the couch?
Well, why not?
Not her style.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like the old intern.
The old intern meaning who?
I don't know.
Oh.
Did we have an old intern?
You mean the one that was here a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Last week.
She wouldn't lay out either.
She wouldn't lay out on the couch.
No.
Well, this-
it was sweet kisses on the couch.
All
but
right,
not-
I'm all confused.
Yeah, so much.
My own system, and I'm completely
hard for me.
Completely confused. But we know that she gave a thumbs down on shaving. So I don't know what this all means, but
Should be interesting.
she's the white girl on the couch
All right.
until further notice.
All right. It's kind of like a stain you're trying to get out. You know?
She has the option. Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to get that white stain out on
On
my
the couch?
Yeah.
She has the option at any moment, whenever she feels comfortable, whether that be today, tomorrow, next week, next month, to step up off the couch and become the white girl in the chair by the microphone.
Wow.
And then she can tell us her name. Be it Emma or Jendel or whatever it is.
Okay.
Yes. So whenever she feels comfortable, and she'll know when that moment is, Terry.
Right.
She'll step off the couch, step up to the microphone, and start talking.
Whoa.
Whether that's never or tomorrow, I don't know, or later today.
All right.
all of a sudden, just in the middle of a segment, we could be talking about something completely not relevant to the white girl on the couch or anything for that matter, which is pretty much the topic of every day. And she could just all of a sudden rise off the couch.
Whoa!
And go to the microphone.
And then...
I don't see that being today, so I don't think people should be standing by going, oh, the white girl on the couch is going to just rise and shine and head over to the microphone later today. Probably not.
Yeah, but you never know.
You never know. But I see it more like, this time next Tuesday or Thursday.
Well, at least it's not 3 weeks from Friday, so that's
You're
good.
right.
Or 3 years or whatever.
Could be.
I give it about 9 days. Yeah, that's my estimate. Anyway, and
Wow.
she also has the option, of course, to say, all of a sudden realize that this white girl on the couch is not comfortable in this environment anymore as the white girl on the couch, and as I suggested, just terminate the summer internship and take her 3 credits and pack it up and go.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
But I obviously have made some concessions for the white girl on the couch because I'm working with her, Terry.
That's good of you.
Why? I have no idea. You have any idea? Any idea there, white girl on the couch? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. She has no idea.
No idea.
Mm-hmm.
Guess we're going to have
Let's
to
just
learn.
enjoy the summer and stay home.
Yeah, thumb speak.
Sleep in.
Well, she has
for the summer.
6 more credits to get, and actually, I don't know any easier way to get them than being the white girl on the couch.
Yes, that's true.
With thumb speak.
It's a lot easier than her duties last week.
Oh,
Daddy.
did she had easy ones last week?
Daddy.
Must have had a lot of fruit.
Okay, anyway. What else is going on in the world, Terry?
I got some news for
Brown
you.
girl in the chair, yeah.
Brown girl in the chair. Oh, I'm not going to talk to... Oh, anyway.
Okay.
We got some news for you about Heather Mills. Apparently, when she was young and was in need of some
When
money.
she was young and a heart was like an open book. Anyway.
Oh,
yes.
anyway, she did some porn. Heather Mills.
Is that right?
Yes.
This is the one married to Paul McCartney. I
Well,
hope so.
soon
'cause
to be ex.
That's what I was going for there, yeah.
The soon to be ex-wife.
Oh, live and let die.
Yeah.
Finally got
Yeah.
it. Didn't get it. I love Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
She posed for some erotic and supposedly hardcore shots with a male partner.
Was that a hit for Guns N' Roses? Was
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Remake
yeah.
Live and Let Die?
Big one.
Big one?
Yes.
Like a top 5 hit for them?
Big
No.
for them.
Not top 5, though. I mean, it's so many
I don't
hits.
It'd be a top 5
Dan,
rock song, but
I think I can get...
Probably
if
not
I give,
pop, but
I'm glad you guys are interested. Just continue your conversation. I'm trying to get
All
you
right,
the
so
pictures.
she did porn. So all
Well,
the dirt's
pictures,
coming out on
yeah,
Heather
on
Mills
Heather.
because Paul McCartney wants to keep as much of his fortune as possible.
Yeah,
Very
it was
typical.
back in '88 when she was 20. She is now like 38. So yeah.
Yes. Did she have two
No, she
working...
had 2 working legs.
Two working legs at the time.
Because she lost her one leg or whatever in
She had a
'93.
terrible picnic accident.
No, she was hit by a police motorcycle.
Same
officer
thing.
in
one
London.
working leg and one unemployed leg.
I thought it was a 3-legged race gone bad.
Oh, man.
It wasn't?
I told you to go straight. You went left.
Right. Now I got to pay for this the rest of my life.
But they still won the race, amazingly.
Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do, Stephen. You got to win that little important trophy.
Yeah.
We know what lengths you'll go to win that picnic trophy, Stephen.
My only 3-legged race I came in second.
All right, well, you're a red ribbon guy. Anyhow.
You remember? Jesus.
Anyway,
Sad.
The Shell Oil Picnic in Anacortes.
Shell oil.
Shell Oil.
Okay.
That sounds nice.
Yes.
Well, they have refineries there.
Very nice.
But anyway, continue.
Oh, well, thank you
It was just
for the
a
permission.
fond childhood memory.
The thumbs up on the continuation from
Oh.
the white guy upstairs.
These pictures or this whole little layout
Right.
of, Heather, and I'm getting you pictures, by the way, was shot for a German book called The Joys of Love. And now that, it's all coming out about her, and these little pictures.
Yes, here she is. This is what year, Terry?
1988.
Obviously before breast implants, because look at these horrible things she has.
She
on her chest here, Terry.
She has the same, I think. I don't know.
I understand, but if she were this young in 1998 and the technology was there for breast implants, she's not getting away with being a porn star with these breasts.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, no, she's not.
In 88, this is like the best you can find, maybe, and you don't quibble as much with a woman's breasts in 88 that you do in 98. In 98, you say, well, they look horrible, get breast implants.
Right.
In
Now-
88, you're like, well, that's the way breasts look. They come in all weird shapes, and maybe they sag a little here. No, if they sag even one iota, past 1995, you're not getting the job unless you get implants.
Right.
We've come a long way.
No more boobs that look like light bulbs.
That's right.
Now, these are just like some of the more of the mellow porn-like pictures.
Now, speaking of sagging boobs, Terry, we talked about the invention of radio during the last segment.
That's a nice segue.
Yes.
from sagging
And I
boobs.
asked Vinny the Pooh, just out of curiosity, if he knew who invented radio, seeing that he's made great strides into the business, into the medium, Terry, at a young age.
Right.
I mean, I went to Flowers yesterday, and his countdown, his club countdown show is going to happen.
Yay!
Number one of the club. Yes. So you'd think, Terry, he would know a little history of the business in which he works. Mm-hmm. Do you think he knew the answer of who invented radio, Terry?
Let's hope so.
The first radio wave was invented by whom?
Well,
Black man in the chair.
I don't know. I was thinking during the break, I was like Thomas Edison, and I was like, no. And then I was
Well,
like,
Thomas Edison paved the way, maybe, to some degree.
Not
Yeah.
a bad guess, really.
and then I was thinking
That's
Einstein.
the worst guess.
No.
And I was thinking Einstein.
Einstein is you're getting a lot warmer on bad guesses here.
Yeah.
And then I was like Ben Franklin. I was like, nah, he did the whole electricity thing. And then it just kind of
Well, that would be Edison, but who's counting?
no, electricity with the key on the kite. That was Franklin, right?
Oh, he might have flown a kite. Yeah. All right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We're talking about radio here.
Yeah, and it just kind of died after that. Like
Okay, you came to a dead end after that. You don't know who invented radio.
Nah. Please enlighten me.
White girl on the couch, you're in college, you work in the business too.
Oh, she should know.
On a day-to-day basis.
You should know. College
Thumbs
student.
up or thumbs down? Yeah, you are a college student, unlike Winnie the Pooh, who's decided to forego at least college for now to be a superstar on the radio. Do you know who invented radio, yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down, white girl on the couch.
Ooh,
Thumb speaks.
down.
Thumbs down?
Really? She actually takes radio classes, too.
Unbelievable.
Really
That is
sad.
And I'm sure at
Sad.
some point it was on a test. And she copied off someone's paper and got it right.
Yeah.
Some dude who was just hoping to make it happen with white girl on the couch.
Mm-hmm. Bet it happened, too.
You don't know the answer. You can write it down if you know it. Does she know it?
She does not know it.
Wow, that's surprising to me.
No deal.
Unbelievable.
See, now I want to know.
Well, both of you should hang your heads in shame for about 10 seconds. Go ahead.
All right,
Yeah.
man.
Sitting here talking into the microphone, Terry.
Yeah.
Not knowing who invented the very business that they're in. If I give you the first syllable, can you give me the second one? Is it something that's like, you know, it's on the tip of your tongue and you just can't think of the name right now? If I say Mar, you say...
No idea.
Oh, jeez. I thought he was going to say it for a second there. But no idea is not the second syllable, no.
Oh,
What's that for?
okay.
She's over here sign
White
language.
girl on the
White girl on the couch is signing
sign
something.
language.
If I say
Sign language-y.
Mar-
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
What is it again?
Well,
Here.
Brett, throw a microphone over close to... Or just scream it out, white girl on the couch. If I say Mar, you say... What'd you say?
Vin.
Vin.
Marvin?
Marvin, yes.
Marvin and the Red Eye.
Marvin.
Yes, Marvin Gaye invented radio.
Yes, no, white girl on the couch. That is an incorrect answer.
You think most radio people know?
Yes.
I think half the people in radio know.
Half. Okay, well.
Or more, slightly more
sad.
than half. Yeah, it is a little bit sad. Especially since he had a #1 show down in Portland and then all of a sudden got axed and has never been heard of since.
Oh, he was great.
It actually never.
I would say 75% of the people.
You think
must
so?
know. Yeah.
Not anymore. Maybe 10 years ago.
All right, the first person who can call this program
Oh, what are they?
and tell me who invented radio gets...
An internship, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm sorry. We have a
Credited with inventing radio.
Why do you say that, Stephen? There's some discrepancies
There
in your
is.
mind as to who
There
invented
are,
radio? You ready to come out with an Oliver Stone conspiracy theory movie or what?
Well, there's,
There was a second spitter?
There was like transmissions and things like that beforehand.
There was a
but
grassy knoll. There was a second shooter. What's going on here?
I agree. There was a grassy knoll.
There's a second guy that claims he invented it.
Well, there's always a second guy that claims he invented everything.
But the guy you're thinking of is the one that
Everybody knows, yeah.
Who's the second guy, then? I never heard of the second guy. Who's the second guy?
I thought DeForest claimed.
Is that who you're
invented
thinking, Stephen? DeForest?
Well, there was another guy who...
A third guy?
My uncle.
Yeah, DeForest is the one. You're right. But there was another guy who invented like some sort of wireless machine or something like that.
Oh, you
So-
know what? Who cares already?
But
Anyway.
the commonly person who's known as inventing radio is Marvin.
All right, let's see if anyone knows out there. We'll give him, what do we give him?
Well, DVD.
The first crack at Terry Free in the kissing booth. Okay, you're on the air.
Kissing booth.
Oh, don't trust me, Terry. Oh, we have to talk about that after the show. Yeah, at Summer Gym. You're on
You
the
missed
air.
that
Hello.
meeting.
Oh, yeah. I was
Hello?
on my way home.
Who's this? All right, let's go to Adam's waiting. Yeah, Adam.
Hey.
You know
Yeah, it was Marconi.
That's right. Correct.
Oh.
Adam,
All right.
you will be able to be first online at the Terry Free kissing booth at Summer Jam.
Right on.
All right, hang on. Take his name down.
Wow.
If he doesn't want that, I'll buy him lunch at Sport.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
Yes.
Terry's excited to be off the hook.
The kissing booth?
He can kiss Terry Free at Summer Jam. That's his option. Or he can kiss some boneless wings that'll be deboned in front of him at the table.
They're being deboned right there. That's tough.
Yes. Steven has applied for a job as a deboner.
Oh, yeah. I thought he did the sports on a news show.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, he didn't make the cut as far as a deboner on the restaurant scene. But Steven, I think he'd be quite the deboner.
Yeah, hey. It'd be nice something to do in the afternoon.
Yes. Well, pays nice.
The deboner.
Extra knows where Brad's ex, Jen and Vince, spent their weekend in Sydney, Australia. Braving the rain, fans swarmed the Australian premiere of their hit movie, The Breakup, which was #1 in America this weekend with 38 million bucks.
What's that, Terry?
Yeah, you might want to play that back because...
What, I missed something good?
Yeah.
I was talking to Hotshot about Dusty Rhodes.
I know.
He says Dusty Rhodes' heyday was the 80s, and I'm telling him it was the 70s.
Definitely 80s. With Starcade and all that. You didn't watch the NWA, I'm telling you. He was big time. He used to fight Magnum TA, Ric Flair.
Because we asked Ray the Po Terry if he knew what the nickname of Jimmy Snuka was. He didn't know the answer. I said he's only the greatest wrestler of the 80s. And then I said I was born in the 70s. I know the greatest wrestler of the 70s.
Right.
Bruno Sammartino was probably considered by many the greatest wrestler of the 70s. He doesn't know the greatest wrestler of the 80s. And then Hotshot chimes in that Dusty Rhodes should be considered there.
Oh.
Or something like that. And I said, well, his heyday was more the 70s.
Definitely 80s, I think.
I don't know, man.
85, Dusty Rhodes. Nothing here, baby doll.
Oh, and they convinced me. Anyway.
She's like an old pair of shoes, already been worn.
Okay.
I dine with kings, I dine with queens.
my
I've also eaten rice and beans.
You sound like a lot of friends of mine right now. Anyway, back to Brad and Vince.
Extra knows where Brad's
You
ex...
know Brad's last name?
Extra knows
Jolena.
where Brad's ex, Jen and Vince, spent their weekend in Sydney, Australia. Braving the rain, fans swarmed the Australian premiere of their hit movie, The Breakup, which was #1 in America this weekend with 38 million bucks.
Yes.
Is it frustrating to you that you want to talk about the film and people are interested in talking about it?
Sometimes people know better and sometimes they don't.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's basically telling that reporter, be one of those that know better, bitch.
Yeah.
That was her sly way of trying to get that question.
Well, I mean, really.
That was her
is
sly way to
so-
what?
To dig into that information.
That was the reporter's sly way of trying to dig into that information.
Yes.
But Jennifer Aniston handled it like a pro.
Shut her down.
Like she's handling Vince Vaughn. Like a pro.
Wow.
Love when women handle men like a pro, Terry.
Really? You really think she handles him like a pro?
No, I'm just saying that. But doesn't mean I don't love when women handle men like a pro, Terry.
Yeah. All right.
Jennifer Aniston's a little too lofty in stature and a little too prissy, a little too
So you
goody
don't
goody.
think she's not a really freaky type
Well,
behind closed doors?
I'm not going to go to freaky type, no. I'm not saying she's just laying like a dead fish action.
Right.
Well, let me finish my thought before you right me.
Well,
Okay.
laying like a dead fish.
Yeah, I knew you knew what I was going to say because you're so familiar with the term. But for those who may not, let me finish. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, right. So they're down under promoting the movie. And this question gets asked.
Is it frustrating to you that you want to talk about the film and people are interested in talking about it?
Sometimes people know better and sometimes they don't.
You come out of this the perfect guy with a total understanding of women.
Oh, I wouldn't claim to be all that, no.
You come out of this the perfect guy. Knowing how to what'd you say? Claiming to understand women?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Hey, he sounds like pasty, kind of. If he doesn't do it.
Out of this the perfect guy with Sometimes I don't. Have you come out of this the perfect guy with a total understanding of women?
Oh, I wouldn't claim to be all that, no.
What do you do?
Oh, my God.
All right, Vince Vaughn and Pasty Dave. He doesn't mind that comparison.
No, he doesn't.
No, he does
That's the best
not.
one he's ever heard.
He spent all day yesterday preparing for Jessica Alba's appearance on Jay Leno last night, Terry, The Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked hot. I don't know, I didn't see it, but I'm assuming had to be his take on it. How could she look anything other than hot? What was she on for last night, Pasty? Was she on promoting the MTV Movie Awards? Is that the only reason she's on?
Correct. That's
She doesn't have another movie coming out, does she?
No.
Did she get awards at the is it called the ALMA, the American Latino?
She was on the Alma as a presenter last night.
Oh, Jesus.
Which,
so she did double time last night.
Double time.
Bonus time.
Bonus.
Bonus time.
Bonus time.
Boner time for Pasty.
Whoa. Bonus boner time for Pasty.
Steven, it's a family show. Come on.
Double boner.
Mm-hmm.
And
he doesn't have any room in the apartment for double boner.
Oh, no, he does
Not
not.
when the first one is a magnum-sized boner.
Big.
Okay.
Hey, Mogul, sorry about the wall here. I knocked it down.
What was she on?
Sorry, dude.
What was she on The Tonight Show for? She was I remember her just on like 8 months ago for Out of the Blue.
His magnum's like a Murphy
Into
bed. He just
the
folds it
blue.
up into the wall.
Oh, it's not Out of the Blue, he's correcting me. Into the Blue.
yes.
Into the blue.
I'm sure they came out of the blue at some point. Once you go into, eventually you got to come out of it, right?
Well,
That is
did.
true.
You don't want to stay in the blue your whole life.
No, you don't.
All
It'd
right.
be boring if they did that.
Yeah.
Into the blue.
Get it right. Whoa.
I feel like I'm a little disappointed this morning because I feel like a bad alcoholic, which is what I call myself, an alcoholic.
I don't even want to know.
That is sick.
You just stop it at alcoholic.
He's an alcoholic.
You had me throwing up at hello. I mean at alcoholic. All right? Anyway.
Definitely needs AA.
Calls himself that.
That is sad.
Alcoholics Anonymous he needs?
Yes.
God, he needs more than that.
He won't be alone at that meeting, or will he? I mean, to his extent.
Not to his extent. He's sick.
He's a sick man, Terry. Twisted, sick, and he's apologizing for something he did last night. I don't want to hear it.
All right, Mr. Alcoholic. Wow.
Anyhow.
All right.
What else is going on in the world, please, Terry? On 666. It's a very weird day already. I can feel it. I can sense it. There's things going on that I can't explain, Terry.
No doubt. Well, you guys were talking earlier.
Steven, do you feel weird this morning? You feel weirder than normal, or what?
I don't, no.
You feel exactly the same. This is normally the way Stephen Kilbreth feels on any other day.
I think so, yeah.
You checked yourself. You gave yourself a once, a twice, a 3 times a lady over. You,
3 times a lady over?
Maybe the poo knows that one. You made sure that everything is just the way it always is for Stephen, and you feel completely at ease.
Unless there's something you're trying to tell me, I feel completely
I'm
at
not
ease.
saying anything. I'm asking you a question.
No, I didn't even realize it was the day until I was on my way in.
Because I feel very bizarre, Terry, very peculiar. I'm feeling the easiness of a 6606. 666 day, Terry.
Yeah.
Day of the devil. Things are going to go bad today, Terry. Things are going to go wrong.
They've already started off wrong.
Police shooting on I-5 and no one can get to work. You know, there are parents out there that are keeping their kids home today.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
There are parents out there all over the country that are keeping their kids home from school. Not necessarily because they're so superstitious that they won't let their kids leave the house. More so because of all the school worries that you have. They're afraid some crackpot student is going to take advantage of this day, and they have to protect their kids based on that.
Doesn't surprise me.
Are you kissing little Johnny off to school right now?
Oh, whoa.
It's very courageous and probably the right move.
Right. My daughter goes to camp today.
Oh, that's right. School's
really?
over?
No, she goes to, they have 5th grade camp.
Oh, that's the last place you want to be on
I
666
know.
camp.
And I was thinking about that
Jesus.
yesterday. I was like, oh my God.
You know, how many
Spending the night at camp.
how many horror movies have a scene begin with a campfire song?
I know.
Kumbaya. What was that? Oh my gosh. I'm alone out here. Hello, hello, hello.
There's no camp.
All right, Terry.
I know.
So you, the protective, overzealous mom.
I have. It's a school thing.
You
All
kissed
the
your
fifth graders.
child and sent her off to camp on 666.
Hey,
Okay. Well, you got a big smile on your face. You're obviously not worried. Okay,
No.
there you go.
she can handle them.
Take it from Terry Free. Terry
Take 'em in,
Free.
you know where, honey.
Terry Free's not going to let fear get the best of her on this day. No! She's here at work in her 666 best.
Lucky to be here.
Her
Jeez.
kids are off to school. Came up I-5 to get here.
Gosh. Well, and then I had to cut over because of all the traffic.
Don't use the word cut like that,
Oh,
Terry.
sorry. Had to slice on over.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I guess not.
You had
that
to
one.
maneuver your way
Yes,
over.
I had to maneuver
Okay.
my way over.
Well, what else is happening, Terry? I'm glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. Well, since earlier in the beginning of the segment, you guys were talking all about wrestling and such,
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted you to know that Mr. T has his own reality TV show in the works for TV Land called I Pity the Fool.
So you remember Mr. T as a wrestler. That's how you think of him. You don't remember him as
No, I
Clubber
remember-
Lang. You don't remember him as Mr.
I remember him as the...
BA?
Yeah.
Mr.
BA.
T from the A-Team. You don't
Yes,
remember him
I
like that.
remember
Who was
that.
he? Who was the
B.A. Baracus.
B.A.
For
Baracus.
bad attitude.
Yeah, I remember him from that. And then I remember him from The
You
Rock.
remember him from wrestling, too, though, obviously, because you made a reference to,
Yes.
to
And, oh, yeah,
tying
yeah,
us
of
into
course.
wrestling.
Right, right.
So Hogan has had his own reality series. Now Mr. T has his own reality series.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Paul Orndorff is next, Terry, if you remember the main event of WrestleMania 1. Now, Roddy Piper should be actually next, and then
Yes.
Paul Orndorff. I told Roddy Piper when he was here that it's overdue for him to have his own
Yeah,
reality
I
show.
really enjoyed him.
But
He was
I almost make that a given that's probably in the works. So Paul Orndorff is next. And the nickname of Paul Orndorff is what? Vinny the Pooh?
I was thinking of, is it Mr. Wonderful?
Whoa! How do you pull that one out and he doesn't know Jimmy Superfly Snuka? I don't know.
You tell me, you can't be asking me questions like, I have to have time to process the question.
Question? It takes that
Ask
long?
me a
You pulled
question.
Mr. Wonderful out of your ass right when I asked.
Because I've been thinking about it the last 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll just leave you alone.
How about other guy on the couch?
The white girl on the couch.
Mixed guy on the couch.
Yeah, how about we do
All
that?
right, he's getting a little carried away with. Anyhow,
Oh, gosh.
what else is going on?
Also-
So Mr. T's in a reality series. We're all going to be watching. Very excited. Not
Britney Spears and Kevin Federline, of course, we're still waiting to see if the divorce is actually going to take hold. Apparently, Us Weekly claims it's been 73 days since they've been photographed together.
really.
Their
That's
last-
like most married couples, Terry.
I know. Their last picture apparently was on March 25th, which was a celebration in Atlanta for Kate Fidd's birthday.
So the chances are, if they haven't been photographed together in 73 days, they haven't been together in 73 days.
I would assume so. Yes.
So he planted the seed and went on a hiatus.
Yeah. I think he's been on a hiatus since day one.
Quite the planter, though.
He is quite the planter.
You're impressed with his ability to impregnate women, Stephen. Is that right?
He's
Is it turning you on to some small degree? Is there something going on there that we should know about, or what?
oh yeah, I love K-Fed.
Is he Mr. Wonderful to you, Stephen?
Oh, yeah. He wants to have WrestleMania with him.
His body is my wonderland.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Okay.
Easy.
I think that was a play on Mr. Wonderful, but it didn't come out right anyway.
No.
All right. There it is.
And then speaking of pictures, it looks like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have sold the exclusive rights to the first photographs of Shiloh to Getty Images for an undisclosed charitable donation.
And the nickname of Shiloh in the wrestling world is what now? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shiloh Nouvelle.
Okay. Very exciting.
So, yeah, we'll take a look at that.
Getty Images. They're taking a couple of photographs in their day, Terry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They have.
Familiar with them?
Well, I'm thinking it's the person who does the babies and the.
You're thinking of
like
Ann
the
Geddes, Terry.
flowers.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with all the photography world. Ann
Well, it
Geddes,
doesn't surprise me,
best known as Mrs. Wonderful in the photography world. No, she does the baby pictures.
Oh,
Terry.
okay.
Getty
That's
Images
Geddes.
is just a very Ann Geddes. Yeah, what did I say? Ann Geddes.
No, you
yeah.
did, and this is Getty.
This is Getty Images, which just is a company that takes many a generic photo and mass produces it all over the world.
Almost every photo you see is
Every photo you see is from Getty.
Wow.
On Kodak paper, Terry.
I was thinking of Estelle Getty from the Golden Girls. She was a hell of a photographer.
Well, she
as well.
invented Getty Images.
Okay, good. That's what I was thinking.
She's suffering dementia.
Glad we could catch everyone up on what's going on in the world.
That's sad for her.
She's got all kinds of Alzheimer's problems, or what?
Dementia. Yeah, she's really bad off.
She's younger than all of them, I think,
she
too.
was.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
It isn't.
Not anymore.
No.
I think Betty White is hot.
I'll just leave you alone this morning, Stephen. How about that? That's okay.
The T-Man.
The Donald says no to diapers. Donald Trump tells the New York Post he has never changed his new son's diapers. He says his wife Melania
Oh, that's the no he said to diapers. You know, he's getting to the age where he's going to have to say yes or no to diapers as far as his own person is concerned, Terry.
For his own self.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's a bad day, huh?
That's not the best day of your life.
Oh, kick it to it.
Right?
Man.
Didn't know I had to go. Oh, geez. Better start considering adult diapers.
The Donald says no to diapers. Donald Trump tells the New York Post he has never changed his new son's diapers. He says...
What a shock. I thought he was changing all his new son's diapers. Actually, his comment was, when they asked him about it, his comment was, I have a new son? Oh, geez.
Yeah, probably
great.
right.
I thought I'm assuming we all just pictured him changing all the diapers of his baby boy.
Oh, yeah.
Baby blanket over the shoulder, bottle in one hand,
powder in the other hand,
Right.
wipes in his left hand.
Oh, definitely a burper, too. Burping in
The
as
Donald
well.
says no to diapers. Donald Trump tells the New York Post he has never changed his new son's diapers. He says his wife Melania probably wouldn't let him because he'd just do it
Yeah, but so
wrong.
Melania's doing it all herself.
Sure she
It's a
is.
very domestic name.
Yeah. Very domestic. Yeah.
Somebody get the phone. I'm changing the kid. Right.
Something tells me a third party may have their hands on the diapering duties
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Donald and Melania's baby.
Probably third, fourth, fifth, and a whole plethora of hands, but not theirs.
Right.
Isn't he like 60? Did I read that right?
He's about 60-something.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. That's why I'm saying any day now he's going to have to make a decision on another set of diapers for himself.
Jesus.
Old people are funny. Anyhow.
He's kind of old to be having a 10-week-old or whatever he is.
10-month-old.
10-month-old.
Well, his wife is like 19. So.
Wasn't the Apprentice finale like last night? Apprentice number 9 or whatever it was?
Was it,
They're-
Stephen?
It
It was.
They're still going from... Stephen's the only one left watching.
I do watch it. I didn't watch it last night, so don't spoil it.
I have no idea what the hell happened all season long. Was it the college students against the high school dropouts again, or what was the theme this year?
No, there was no special theme.
Okay. Was it a good season, Stephen?
It was relatively okay.
Does it get any ratings anymore?
I don't think so.
Okay. You watched every episode this year of this season of The Apprentice?
Well, I'm 2 behind, but I... 2? Yeah.
Okay.
I got to catch up.
Yes.
Speaking of ketchup.
Oh, jeez.
He's got to talk about food.
He's just trying to be funny. I don't know what he's doing. Anyhow, all right. What do we want to do here? Want to give away Summer Jam tickets right now,
We can do
Terry?
that.
I have sooner or later no choice but to start asking for applications, Terry. My hands are tied. I have absolutely no other direction to turn but to ask some ladies out there to start submitting resumes, applications, and Getty images of themselves to become briefcase girls for our version or Deal or No Deal in this year's Summer Jam, Terry. Now, what does that get you? Not only a prime spot on stage at the amphitheater in George and Gorge, but it gets you a backstage pass. Not just a little barbecue backstage pass, but more of a not completely all-access Terry Free type pass, but... more of a permanent backstage pass, if you know what I'm saying, Terry. These are the kind of the briefcase girls you don't just want to shoo in and shoo out. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I mean, if T.I. could speak, and he was here right now, Terry, his man can't speak, he would tell you that these are the kind of girls he wants backstage for a little more of a lengthy stay, if you're following.
The
trailer pass.
Following.
Well, these are the kind of girls I'm going to find for our briefcase girls. If you watch Deal or No Deal on TV, I
did last night,
I
as
know
a
you're
matter
an
of fact.
absolute rabid fan of both Howie Mandel and Deal or No Deal. You know how good-looking the briefcase girls are. Well, that's
beautiful, yes.
That's where our work becomes a pretty difficult situation, Terry. Because I will not rest. I will not stand for any set of briefcase girls that don't at least equal the beauty level of the girls on Deal or No Deal, brought to you by NBC. Now, they have a nice pool to choose from, Terry. I'm assuming they have all the models of the world. And yet, even considering I only have girls from Fife and Federal Way, I'm going to find as good or better a looking crop, Terry.
Right.
For our briefcase girls on stage at Summer Jam. Because it's not just a situation where, it doesn't matter, they just need good bodies because the situation at the amphitheater is so far away from most spectators that they're never going to be really seen. No! If you've been to the amphitheater and you've been to Summer Jam, you know we have huge video screens.
True.
I can't put dogs up there! I got a lot of pressure here!
You did well
Still
with
some pressure.
Yeah, you did well with the car show
Yeah,
models.
that
That's
was-
for sure.
I set the high bar pretty damn high
You did.
when people saw the girls at the car show, the T-Man car show models. Well, now the high bar must go even higher, Terry.
Jeez.
Whoa.
That's right. I just can't stop now. It's not my makeup. So, yes. I'm going to make today the initial day, Terry. I hope Pasty's listening.
I am.
I know you're still
easy.
alcoholicked out after. I'm going to make today, Pasty, the official day when the launching of my briefcase girl search begins.
Whoa. All right, let me type that. Hang on.
I am. I'm getting the computer guy on it.
My briefcase girl search begins today. And what that means, as far as just the beginnings, what happens in the beginning, Terry, is people just send in their emails, they send in their photos, they send in their applications. They get the ball rolling on trying to be a briefcase girl, Terry. And I think that is that is probably the most coveted thing you could become if you wanted to become one thing all summer. And you are a woman with a vagina. That's always a bonus to be a woman with a vagina.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely.
You are not striving for anything greater this summer. I don't think there's anything greater you can become this summer
Probably not.
than a briefcase girl at Summer Jam, Terry, because that gets you, obviously, a free entry into Summer Jam for you and a guest. That gets you backstage at Summer Jam. That gets you on stage.
Whoa.
Holding one of those 20 briefcases. I need 20 briefcase girls, Terry.
Right.
I'm going to use my car show models. I only had about 8
Right.
or 9, or I can't remember what the head count was. Yeah, I have the guy. What am I going to do with the guy?
Oh,
You
yeah.
have one guy still. So what?
So you want it to be a briefcase girl?
Yes, absolutely. He was part of that good-looking crew.
So I should announce right now that that guy who I allowed to be the token male model in my T-Man car show models is a briefcase girl.
Briefcase girl guy. Well, yeah. Yes.
He's a briefcase girl.
Okay, fine. I'm sure he's not good.
You want me to make that official right now?
Yes. Please do.
Okay, it's done.
All right.
Wow, just like that.
Terry Free, yes. Terry Free has, she's earned a little bit of clout over the years around here, Stephen. And I have to take into consideration her demands and, in spots, meet them with no hesitation or resistance, as you just witnessed right there.
Yeah, that's good.
Terry Free wants this guy to be a briefcase girl. She gets a briefcase girl guy. He is officially a briefcase girl, Terry. I don't remember who this guy is. I don't even know if we have his number anymore because we lost all the numbers of the girls who were car show models because Anna, the promotions director, was so bitter with grief and jealousy over the way these car show models look, Terry.
Yeah.
Even though she's cute in her own right, not cute enough to feel comfortable around the T-Man car show models, she purposely threw away all the numbers.
Damn it.
And the way she recounts the situation, she doesn't know what happened to the numbers. She lost them. But I know what happened. She spit on them, she wiped her ass with them, and she threw them away.
Whoa.
Flushed
In the
him down the
shredder.
toilet.
I'd like to see that.
Spit on them, wiped her Asian ass, and chucked them in the garbage.
Asian ass.
Get out on the phone.
Not much to wipe.
Whoa, really?
What's Anna's number?
I got a number. You want me to give you a number?
That's
Well, I kind of think he's asking for it
There, we got
there.
it right here. Hang on.
I want to know what the hell happened that she loses our car show model numbers. Who wrote that one up? You know it by heart, Winnie the Pooh? You know Anna's number by heart?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, that's the advantage of being in the front desk.
You want to tell me about that? White girl on the couch. Do you know Anna's number by heart?
No.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Down.
Thumbs down.
Shit.
Thumbspeak says no.
Yeah, I mean,
Anna worked more directly with the white girl on the couch,
no,
who will remain nameless, Terry.
well, she hired me, and I worked for her a long time.
So you were originally a hot patroller back in the day, is that right? I don't remember you as a hot patroller.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Neither do I.
He patrolled and he was hot.
So you
When I first started working for you, I was still a hot patroller.
So you and the white girl on the couch were brought in the same entry-level position, like this hot patrol staff that went around beanering.
That's right.
I didn't know that.
It's interesting.
Learn
Look how far
something
you've
new
come.
every day about the people you work with.
Anyway. Anna, by the way, was the same thing. Now she's promotion director.
I know,
You see how we promote within, Terry?
We do.
Yes. And now Anna thinks she's got enough, I'll use that word again, Terry, clout, to think that because she was surrounded by hot-ass car show models, that after the show's over, she can spit on their the number list, wipe her Asian ass with them, and throw it away.
Didn't we have a backup number thing with
I
Pasty?
thought Pasty would have it written all over his apartment walls or something like that.
He wiped his Asian ass with it, I bet.
A Pasty. A Pasty.
Yes.
How do you give the numbers, how do you hand them over to Anna, the promotion director, and then not have any kind of backup situation? I mean, we'll find all these women, Terry.
No, I know
These
that.
women know who they are, and they know that we're looking for them. They know they have a spot secured as far as amongst the 20 briefcase girls. They are 8 or 9 or however many there were, including your dude, Terry. He's officially a briefcase girl. If he calls and just says at some point over the next, what do we have till summer jam? 6 weeks, 8 weeks?
Something like that. Yeah, 6. Yeah.
7 weeks?
Something like that.
So any time over the next 6 weeks, if he just calls up and says, hey, here I am, here's my number, he's in. Backstage pass, tickets for him and a friend, bing, bang, boom.
There you go.
So we'll find all these girls. Hope Anna doesn't think she ruined our chances on that. That ain't happening.
Right. Because then we're going to get more.
But it's the thought behind all this. Why did Anna ask for the numbers in the first place?
You know, I don't know. I was more than willing to.
Because she had a plan
all along.
from the beginning to rid the world of these numbers.
Because I was going to be more than happy to take care of it and call them all. And promotion wanted to take control of it all. So
she
threw her my cigarette box.
Oh, she overseeing the car show duties. She took the numbers from you in a moment where you were caught off guard, and those are very few moments, I'm imagining. And she took the numbers from you when you didn't even write down a backup list, and you haven't seen them since.
I haven't seen them since. No other copy of the list, unfortunately.
No sense in doing that.
You got them all memorized, I thought.
Save it in the little document you put it in the computer?
It was never in the computer.
Oh, you just handwritten.
Yeah, it was handwritten.
Old school, huh?
On cigarette boxes.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You threw her the cigarette box.
Hey, is Camel there? Oh, I'm sorry. I read the wrong thing. Marble there? No. I mean Kim.
Oh, Virginia Slim.
I'd like to meet Marlboro. She sounds hot.
Yes.
Married the main stage.
Yeah.
Hey, Reese, Anna. Sorry,
Oh, she sounds so cheery.
She's so cute.
She gets such a rush wiping numbers on her Asian ass.
Press 1 if you still want to leave a message for this person.
No, I still don't. We're going to call her periodically throughout the day, get an explanation
Sounds
on this,
good.
Jerry. You keep trying that number.
Maybe she's here already.
Very doubtful.
No.
How about 10:35?
Yeah.
As an average begin work time.
That's why we never see her.
Hungover with a latte. Had time to stop. Don't worry about being late. Nope.
Terry, do you have any reason to try to make sense of why she would discard, throw away, rid herself and the world of these numbers, other than the fact that she was rubbed the wrong way due to overwhelming jealousy of these hot-ass car show models?
Well, it must be that because usually, like we emphasized the last time, she is very organized and usually doesn't let her unprofessional, her own personal opinions take over.
Get in the way there,
Yeah,
yes. And, I sensed that there was some issue she had with this situation with the car show models from the very beginning. She very strongly wanted to take hold of the responsibilities of being in charge of these ladies, all the while planning to rid this station of any potential numbers that they can be contacted through, Terry.
Yeah.
Not gonna need these numbers anymore. Can throw these away.
That's exactly how she said it, too, as she was wiping her Asian... And now she's calling us!
Oh, Lordy.
It's a very smart move.
Yeah.
Instead of me creating a situation where I have to hunt her down, she's come to the phone lines, voluntarily to some extent, Terry. And she's going to answer the questions that must be answered We have hot-ass car show models. I even mentioned, Terry, at the car show, they were doing so well. They were such the attraction. There was such a big swelling of humanity, amongst other things.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was such a big swelling of humanity around the car show models. They were taking such focus away from some other things that definitely deserve focus at the car show that I even said how many other things we can use these girls for right then and there at the car show.
Ooh, maybe.
Anna heard that and then took pride in taking these numbers and wiping her Asian ass with them before she chucked them in the toilet. Correct me where I go wrong, Anna.
What's that?
I want to know. Here I am talking about how briefcase girls must be found for Summer Jam and making sure that the listening audience knows I already have. How many car show models were there? Anna should know since she single-handedly took every number that there was and threw them away. How many car show models were there, Anna?
There's 9 total, but only 7 showed up.
What happened to the other 2? I thought there were more than 7 there.
Yeah, looked
like it.
Looked like more than
Well, I don't even think you know. I think you just try to sound accurate by being more specific than you have to be. I certainly counted more than 7 at the car show. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, there were definitely 18 boobs there. So.
Wow.
Whoa.
So what possessed you, after the car show was over, to no longer be in possession of these numbers? What was your thinking? What was going on in your head when you decided, well, not going to need these anymore?
I don't know. I guess I just thought that you were done with them.
You figured.
You thought I was done with them.
You figured you were done.
There was never a moment of overwhelming, raging jealousy that caused you to do this?
Not really.
Highly doubtful. You keep numbers from bumper sticker winners back from 2003 in your Rolodex or whatever the hell you have.
James Yeakel's number still in the Rolodex.
Oh, yeah, I bet it is.
And yet, these car show models, in your opinion, were no need as far as any potential for needing them again? There was no need to keep these numbers around?
I didn't think so.
Well, now she's going to have to pay with a wireless Xbox controller out of the price closet today.
Oh,
All right, I took that last week. Anyhow, Anna, looking back on it now, do you think maybe you made a mistake in throwing those numbers away?
I don't think I really made a mistake.
Okay, let me ask the question. Let me rephrase the question. Anna, given my overwhelming disappointment in this situation, and that alone, I'll ask you the following question. Do you think maybe you might have erred? Oh, jeez. Do you think maybe you might have misstepped by throwing these numbers away, yes or no?
No, I think it's just a
All right,
difference of opinion.
Try a third attempt at this question.
I just think it's your opinion. But, you know, her opinion is that.
Now, Anna, if this put a strain on yours and my relationship because I felt disappointed that you threw these numbers away, do you think then that you may have made a wrong move by throwing these numbers away, yes or no? And the answer you're looking for is yes.
Well, I'm not, intentionally trying to hurt your feelings, so if it did...
My feelings
yeah,
not hurt.
Bad.
My feelings are almost incapable of being hurt, but I'm upset. Well, I guess that would be hurt feelings to some degree.
Yeah,
but
to some degree.
I'm upset with you, Anna. That alone should make you feel horrible about this situation. Do you get it now?
Okay.
Yeah, she got it.
You know, I can get a lot more angry in a blink of an eyelash here, Terry. I have very long, luxurious eyelashes, by the way.
You do. They stroke me every morning.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
When you blink.
You were supportive of her getting that job
I'm
and
this
everything?
close to blowing up. When we needed a promotion director, when Jen, the stomach-stapled promotion director, decided to leave this company and go join Sony Records, who made a beeline to management and made sure Anna was the person that they should hire? Who made sure to tell them that?
You.
You know, it's interesting how the people I go to bat for will then turn around and act so casual towards me, Terry. Eric Flowers, who I had a pee on to get his attention after I got him the program director's job back about 9 years ago. And now Anna. Listen to how just casual she sounds right now.
Very casual about it.
Not really grasping the moment that we're dealing with here.
I know.
Because I'm this close to just an out tirade.
Anna, I don't want to deal with an outright tirade this morning.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
Obviously, you can see why it was needed for me to go to bed for this woman, Terry, to get her the job.
Okay, you're hired. What?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're hired.
Anna.
Yep.
I want some explanation. I want you to speak to us. I want you to explain why these numbers. I mean, again, we'll find these people, but it's going to be a little bit of
extra work.
Extra work to some extent, not for me, but more like for Pasty.
Right.
So you want to tell us what was going on?
Well, I guess I just lost the paperwork and the shuffle just with the game and everything. It's kind of a hectic day, but, I mean, my bad.
All right, well, at least we got something there.
Yeah, at least she admits, hey, my bad.
Due to all the goings-on at the car show, this, that, and the other thing,
there was tons.
the inability to keep anything really organized because of the overwhelming nature of all that goes on at this kind of event.
Yeah.
She wants us to understand that some things are going to get lost in the shuffle.
Right.
Of course, this should have been priority number one, considering it was attraction number one at the car show. You agree on that or no? You going to fight me on that?
It was good.
What was the biggest attraction at the car show, in your opinion? I'm enjoying this. I know no one else is enjoying this conversation, but I'm enjoying the hell out of it, sir.
I bet she still has Jamillionaire's number.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
What was the biggest attraction in your mind at the car show? What was the biggest thing as far as the listeners who came down? What did they spend the most time looking at, observing, and being around, in your opinion?
Probably the models.
Wow.
I was waiting for her to say something else, Terry.
Steven Shit.
But she couldn't think of anything because there was nothing else that drew that kind of attention.
Right.
Whose models are you referring to there, Anna?
Well, for guys, I would just say any of them in general, but...
Whose models, Anna, were the premier models that surprised everyone when professional models were hired? Be honest. If you think if you think it was some other group of models, you tell me. If you think it was some outfit that hired their own professional models through an agency, because they were there as well, Terry,
yes,
you tell me that. But if you think it was my models, well, then you tell me that. Whose models are you referring to as the biggest attraction? Answer me!
Yours, but I didn't really spend a lot of time anywhere else, except the Cube area.
It's because that's where everybody was. That's why.
Uh-huh. Why is she putting up such resistance with me, Terry? Why is she not just...
I'm not sure.
I'm kind of confused, too.
What are you hoping to get out of this, Anna?
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time hearing you guys.
Try harder. What are you hoping to gain out of being so combative in your own laid-back kind of San Diego surfer way? Is there such a thing as a surfer girl, Terry?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty.
There's a little surfer girl.
Girls on surfboards. Anyhow, what are you hoping to gain from this, Anna?
I guess it's lesson learned. Keep everything.
No, that's not the question. Anyhow,
She's perfect.
but finally, I think she's answering questions from 3 back.
Probably, I think so.
There's no way to retrieve these numbers.
No.
You have no idea what you did with them.
Nope.
They're somewhere on the floor of the Tacoma Dome.
Well,
Probably.
Some hack and Yelm has picked them off the floor and has been calling them every day since.
Yes.
And that's your doing. That's your responsibility.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Do you regret losing it?
Or you could care less. Which one is more accurate? You could care less that you lost these numbers, or you regret losing them to a large degree. Which one do you lean more towards?
I probably lean more towards regretting that I left it.
Can we get one definitive answer out of her? If the probably wasn't in there, that would have been a great answer. And as an effort to make that up to us, you're going to do what now? Couch dance, what time? Mm-hmm. You're going to do what to make this up to us? This terrible, glaring oversight of losing these numbers. You're going to do what now?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay, we'll work on that later.
see you at the promotions office later on.
What time will you be in today?
Close to 9.
See, my thinking is, Terry, I know exactly why this happened. And I explained it very clearly.
You did.
And the bottom line is, Anna's a very cute girl. I think she's very cute, Terry.
She is.
In a very cute Asian way, she's very cute. But when it pertains to comparing yourself to these models, she was very uncomfortable, Terry, and she shouldn't feel that way. No cute Asian girl should ever make a comparison to herself with these models. These models are in their own little done-up model league of their own. And they don't need to be compared to the average person who's cute and does fine when she goes out and all that. But that didn't happen here. What happened here was Anna got so enraged with internal jealousy, even though it doesn't translate through her external ways, Terry. Nothing does. But inside, she was a churning. And she purposely threw these numbers away, whether she realizes it or not, never wanting to see them again, never wanting to see these women again. But what's going to happen now in turn? Every event Cube has, I'm going to bring these models, Terry.
Whoa! So Summer Jam is not the only stop.
And Anna's going to have to be responsible, like at Summer Jam, to make sure they're in a certain spot at a certain time. She's going to have to make sure they're fed. She's going to have, because models love to be fed.
Yeah,
she's going to have to make sure that they're anything that they need now. That's her punishment, Terry.
Send them to every staff meeting.
Every promotion staff meeting, they may have to show up, Terry.
They are dancing in the back.
That's your penance.
She shouldn't be jealous if she was. I mean, she's kind of the complete package.
Why were you jealous of these car models? You got tons going for you. Why? Tell me why, because it's obvious you were.
I didn't really realize I was really jealous of it.
Well, now that you do, now that I've explained yourself to you, why were you jealous? Answer me!
No, I really couldn't say that I was jealous.
Again, now I've explained that you were. Now you're clear on this. Okay, she has no response.
Yeah, well, we were all jealous of him. Come on.
But if the models go to the staff meetings, maybe I'll start going.
Stephen was jealous of him.
Mario, yeah.
Right.
He was a what?
Anna.
Hot.
Thank you for being here.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Alrighty.
Bye, Anna.
What's that?
Bye-bye.
She really enjoyed being on the program.
Sounds like she had fun.
Yeah, she did. Yep.
I'm glad we can get such thorough explanations out of her. We all understand a lot better now what happened there.
Yeah.
Well, getting to work at 9 would be cool, huh?
I'm leaving at 5, though.
This is what you guys take out of this interview?
Getting to work at 9 would be great. Making bacon and eggs right now.
You want to start making some bacon and eggs for anyone? That'd be fine.
Yeah, okay.
I tell you, what I was getting at here is applications will be beginning to be accepted right now.
Yes.
Pasty, with all that time that just elapsed, I'm sure we have a link up and ready to go now.
I have emailed our computer guy, and I'm sure it'll be up shortly.
Which computer guy? Greg, the internet guy, or computer freak?
The freak.
We have so many options.
I know.
One better than the next.
No, I emailed the freak.
You emailed the freak?
Yes.
You're going freak in this situation.
I am, and he actually has already put together a little logo that's ready to go, so all he has to do is throw it up there.
All you got to do is throw it up, and briefcase models will be found, Terry.
Yay.
Yes, I've made it abundantly clear that 8 or 9, I believe there were 9, I counted 9 car show models. She wants to make it seem like 2 didn't show up, and maybe they got fearful at the last minute and a couple didn't show up. I don't know that. No. But I certainly saw more than 7.
I saw like 15 every time I walk by.
It seemed like there was a lot.
And the ones that were there, and we'll figure out who they were as soon as we see them, Terry. We'll verify. The ones that were there have a locked position for briefcase girls including your guy, Terry, at Summer Jam.
Good deal.
But that means there are still like 11 open spots as far as I see it.
Wow.
11 spots for women out there to get backstage passes to participate in the T-Man's Deal or No Deal.
Woo-hoo!
Hosted by the closest thing we have to Howie Mandel, Stephen Kilbreth.
Is it really hosted by him?
I don't think so. Anyhow.
Oh, wow.
I got to figure out who's hosting this thing, because it sure as hell ain't going to be me.
Okay.
They're assuming it's going to be me, and it's not.
White Girl on the Couch?
White Girl on the Couch is not going to host this thing.
Oh, okay. Is White Girl on the Couch even going?
White Girl on the Couch, Terry, that's a whole other issue. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Anyhow, what I'm dealing with right now is Briefcase Girls.
Yeah, right?
You have any friends that want to volunteer themselves as potential Briefcase Girls, Terry? Because we got to interview Briefcase Girls over the next 6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months? Really?
Good. Well, I like to stretch things as long as possible to deal with this situation.
Well, you just can't pick anybody.
That's exactly right. So until we find the 10, 11, 12, I don't know the exact number, until we find a total of 20, including the ones that are locked in now, Briefcase Girls, we have to keep interviewing.
There you go.
And we'll consider who to give those backstage passes, those briefcases, those tickets, all the things that come with being a briefcase, a girl.
Oh, can't wait.
We got our work cut out for us. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, real difficult for you.
I think we should make Anna Briefcase Girl number 1 for losing the numbers and have her stand in front of all the other girls.
Oh, yeah, some sexy outfit. Yeah.
If she was so enraged with jealousy over these car show models, we'll make her join them.
There you go.
So she can feel like one of the team.
Aww.
She'd look pretty good, too, probably.
Get some glitter lotion on so she's glistening up there in the sun.
I call her back. I tell her I'm ready to make a Briefcase Girl number 1, see what her response is.
She's probably losing her own number.
Yeah, she lost her own number. My bad.
All right, so I have her here on the line. Anna.
What?
Would you like to be a Briefcase Girl at Summer Jam 2006?
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Pasty ask her.
Anna.
Pasty, I got her on the line. You don't have to dial. Yeah, she's here on the line.
We were letting you know, Anna, that T-Man has decided to make you one of our Briefcase Girls.
What?
Are you interested in doing that?
I'm having trouble hearing you. Did you smoke a lot this morning or something?
Yes, I did.
Your voice sounds weird.
Okay. We'll have to get back to you, ladies and gentlemen, on that response.
The T-Man. Summer Jam.
Rocky 6 comes out in December, and Rambo 4 is out next year. Last night, Sylvester Stallone celebrated birthday number 60 in Vegas.
60.
Like Jennifer, through the party.
Nice. 60, and I knew Rocky 6 was on its way, Terry.
Yes, we had
Rambo 4 I wasn't aware of.
Neither was I.
But I'm sure he can certainly get it done at 60.
Sure.
Running around, cleaning house is Rambo, Terry.
Yeah.
Very authentic.
Okay, Vietnam's over, dude. Are you still mad?
Benno.
God, settle down.
For some got a couple of scores to settle here.
Right. Settle down.
Yes.
Go enjoy the golden years.
It definitely can fill 2 hours of entertaining movie-going experiences.
Right.
Okay, well, there it is.
A 6-year-old shooting flaming, arrows from a crossbow. That'll look awesome.
I'm excited.
Right, pull the arrow back. His arm's shaking.
Running around in a loincloth.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you want to see your 60-year-olds doing. Isn't that right, Terry?
Sure. Very sexy.
He had a 60-year-old birthday party in Vegas, like most 60-year-old men. Big to-do in Vegas to celebrate year number 60.
Yeah.
That's what Jerry did, Terry, and I'm sure your dad.
Oh, yeah, when he was 60. Oh, yeah, we all went down.
Of course.
Jerry dancing at the Ghost Bar. Ghost riding the whip all night long.
That's right. I mean, there's only one way to get it done at age 60 on your birthday, and that's your only choice. What else is going on, Terry? I got Summer Jam tickets to give away with all the commotion of trying to figure out how to begin the process of getting these briefcase models. I didn't even give away the Summer Jam tickets.
Okay.
Whoa. So that happens before the end of this here segment.
Gotcha.
Summer Jam tickets for 2006 will be given away. No, I actually rather give a pair away for 2007. Okay. And then tomorrow, 2007.
All right.
No. Okay. So I'm not taking phone calls, by the way, on any potential briefcase models. Right now, you can apply through the website once the link is up, which would be in a matter of an hour or 2. And then maybe over time, I'll start taking phone calls from women out there who don't have access to internet or email, which is preposterous to think of in this day and age, but it's still very much the case anytime we do something like this.
Right.
I don't have the internet.
Really?
I don't have a computer.
Yeah, I don't have that little electronic mail.
I don't get it. So we'll have to deal with those women, because a lot of those women are pretty hot.
Whoa.
Anyhow.
Yes.
What else is going on, Terry, real quick?
I got a crazy story about a 35-year-old woman who tried to kill her husband by injecting him with a all-purpose cleaner into his IV after he was going into surgery.
So he was in the hospital.
He was in the hospital for surgery. He was
And she snuck into the surgical room when no one noticed.
No, listen.
Slipped poison into his IV.
No, he was laying in his hospital bed recovering.
He's recovering from his surgery.
Yes, he went in for surgery.
And the IVs are dripping away, and she pulls out the poison.
Well, no, she filled up a syringe.
She was praying that he wouldn't make it through surgery, but then when it looked like he would, that's when she got desperate and took out the poison and slipped a little nip into his IV.
Yeah, well, sort of. But she had filled up a syringe.
Oh,
with
a syringe. This is heavy duty, Terry.
Yeah, with a cleaning solution called Oops All-Purpose Remover.
Oops.
Oops
All-Purpose Remover.
Yes.
It removes your husband in one simple squirt.
And then she injected that into his IV.
Took out the syringe and injected the syringe's contents into the IV.
Yes. The hospital staff there saw him showing some symptoms that weren't related to his surgery. And
so it didn't kill him immediately. He started showing some odd symptoms.
Yes, and they were on it like that. And luckily,
the emergency staff pulled him out of harm's way from being injected with poison by his own wife.
Right.
The woman who walked down the aisle with him and promised till death do we part. Lived up to that. But still, not what he had in mind.
Right.
When he exchanged vows with her
18 years earlier, because they'd been married for 18 years. Yeah, she finally confessed.
He's alive, right? The guy survived?
He is, yeah, because
they pulled him through? And she's in trouble now?
Oh, yeah.
And how do they know how can they prove that she did it?
She confessed.
She confessed? Why would you confess? She just broke down and confessed? I just wanted him gone. I'm sorry.
And they were pretty sure no one at the hospital did it, like none of the employees.
Right. But they realized that somebody had tampered with the IV.
Could have been the janitorial staff. She could have tried to play it off that way. They were
very pissed.
They were cleaning the counters, and oops, some of the cleaner got it to his IV.
Right.
But his skin sparkled and was germ-free. That's how they really knew.
Got all the yuckies.
I mean, if you're gonna do that to a guy, at least have the decency to use Lemon Fresh Pledge.
Yeah.
To use this hack cleaning solution that I've never heard of.
Right.
Oops, my hair smells delicious. What is it called?
Oops, all-purpose remover.
Oops, all-purpose remover. So it's a heavy-duty cleaner.
Yes.
I think it's a Walmart thing.
And yeah, apparently that's what she told him. You can get it at Walmart. And she got it right. There was one right by the hospital.
Women that had to put poison in a syringe and then inject it into an IV?
I guess so.
Women's means of eliminating the men in their lives are getting more sophisticated by the day.
Yeah. She said she gave it
Not good to know.
to him because she wanted to cause a heart attack and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's been charged with first-degree assault and could get up to 15 years in prison.
15 years. She should do every one of them.
Happened in Fulton, Missouri.
Every one of them. Cleaning the latrine with her oops. My toilet smells fantastic.
Now it does after oops.
Mm-hmm.
Can't people just get divorced now?
No. She wants his fortune.
Yeah. Trying to kill him in a hospital is dumb, you would think.
Well, actually.
Well, there's lots of doctors on site. I guess it is kind of a bad place. The middle of the woods would probably be a better place to inject him.
But at least you could. Yeah, you can try to explain it off. Well, he died.
Yeah,
he was in surgery. He was in a precarious situation.
Right.
It's very feasible that someone could die there in the hospital.
And then you could sue the hospital.
Then you could sue the hospital for millions. So you got your deadbeat loser husband out of the picture, and you get a fortune. Okay, I'm going to try this. Anyhow.
Yes, there's both pros and cons to killing your husband in the hospital.
Jeez.
Yes, there's upsides and downsides. Just didn't realize the hospital staff would be so on top of it.
Right. And they were.
And she confessed?
She did.
Who confesses these days? Everyone takes it to the grave.
Well, she probably felt kind of guilty. I mean, 18 years, and during the confession, she did tell the police that they were having some family issues, but
Must have been a good interrogator that got it out of her, Terry.
Probably.
And those admissions, those little breakdown moments where you confess never hold up in court, do they?
No, they do.
She confessed, but you can't use it in court.
No.
Yeah.
If it's interrogated under, the right circumstances.
Her lawyer was like, shh.
I know. And she just keeps going, I can't do it.
Okay. All right. Well, there it is.
Yeah.
18 years still isn't enough to make you assume that someone's having a happy marriage.
So, like, if my wife's listening, can you just, divorce me instead of kill me? Please.
Yeah, we'll come to some kind of agreement, trust me.
Yeah.
Wow. was he in the hospital for, Terry?
It doesn't give what type of surgery he had. But he was in for some type of surgery, and that's when she said, perfect opportunity.
I mean, you can't forecast at any time in the future, Stephen, your wife having, for whatever reason, the feeling like she wants to inject your IV with a syringe full of poison, right?
Okay.
Well, I just thought I'm giving you the opportunity to eliminate that as a possibility for the future.
I don't see that as a possibility, but I guess you never know.
And you're in year what of your marriage now?
Will be 6 years this December.
Wow,
6 years?
And this guy who was in the hospital recovering from surgery, if I would have asked him at the 5.5-year marker of his marriage, if I would have said, hey, do you see a potential of your wife injecting you with poison at year number 18 of your marriage? He would have said, well, absolutely, I see that coming.
Yeah, exactly. Probably not. I don't think people see stuff like that.
Okay. That is the proper response. 1-866.
We're all thinking about our wives.
663.
You never go to Walmart again.
Yeah, she does go to Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
She's stocked up.
Chances are, amongst all of us here in the studio, you got Steven, you got yourself there, Terry, you got Hopscotch over here, you got, of course, yours truly, me. Pasty Dave maybe will get married at some point in his life. First he has to kiss a woman.
Wow.
The chances are,
sister, right?
you got the white girl on the couch. The chances are, one of our spouses, if all of us wind up married, some of us are now, some of us may, the chances are one of our spouses may make some overtures to try to kill us.
So one in 7 people get attempted to be killed by their spouse?
Well, if that's not the statistic yet, it will be soon. Seems that way. Yeah. Now, if you were to take a wager, you go me for 500.
Well, let's see. Amy, Angela.
That's a tough one, actually.
That is tough.
I mean, you can make cases for all of us.
Sarah!
I think we all would drive them to that, but our wives are a little bit nicer than...
It's a damn shame.
If we had, like, the average, person.
Because it's perfectly within their right.
Yeah, it is with you guys.
Perfectly within their right. Sarah, you there?
I have to wash his oversized boxers one more time. I'm stabbing him.
Sarah.
Luckily, I do the laundry.
That's what we're saying. Anyway, Sarah. Is Sarah there?
I don't know.
Sarah?
Oh, sorry. I had you guys on mute for a second.
Sarah?
Yes. How are you guys this morning?
I guess Sarah's not there.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, Sarah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes, Sarah.
I was just calling to try to win tickets.
Yeah, we figured that, Sarah. Yes. Who puts their phone on mute?
I don't know. Maybe we should put it on permanent mute.
People kept coming up.
I would bet that my phone has a mute button. I don't remember
most phones do, but you never use it.
I don't see the purpose for a mute button.
Yeah, when I call someone, I want them to hear me.
Oh, when you're on a conference call, that's when you use the mute.
Yeah.
You doing big, heavy business this morning there, Sarah?
Pardon?
You're doing big business this morning, Sarah, that you had to put us on mute?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, my big business.
Yeah, big business like that. No.
How old are you, Sarah?
24.
And what can I do for you again now?
Yeah. I was trying to win Summer Jam tickets.
Right.
Anybody have any cleaning solution?
Oh, jeez.
Oops.
Yeah. And what can you tell us about yourself, Sarah?
Well, I'm 24, and I'm just working and going to school right now. So having a fun summer would be, going to Summer Jam would be fun.
Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do for you there. I don't know. I'm getting the wrong impression of Sarah here, Terry, as far as Summer Jam's concerned. I already have our overweight quota filled as far as giving away tickets, Terry. Sarah's going to have to show me some other avenue, some other angle at which I would all of a sudden become enamored with the fact that Sarah should be a strong prospect for Summer Jam. Free tickets, Terry. Can't just give free tickets out to anyone.
I understand that.
Sarah's got us on mute, you know. She's half-assing this call from the get-go, Terry. Try to pull it out of the fire, Sarah, because the deck is stacked against you now, baby.
I don't think I'm overweight. I've been down there before, and you've actually seen me, so hopefully you didn't think that.
What were you down here for, Sarah?
Trying to win a trip to Vegas.
You volunteered for dog food roulette. Doesn't really help you in this situation. You try to win a trip to Vegas. Well, we've given away a number of trips to Vegas over the years.
It was this last year. I dressed like a stripper and brought a pole down.
Oh, I remember, Sarah.
Do you? I don't.
It was just a few months ago, right?
Yeah, just recently.
It was just a trip that we did. Just the T-Man's party plane to Vegas situation about, 2-3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
You were the whacked-out, crazy lunatic girl.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, I was.
I remember now.
You were blonde, right? Or whacked out of your mind?
Where was I?
I didn't think I was whacked out of my mind, but
well,
yes,
no one who's whacked out of their mind knows they're whacked out of their mind.
Right.
Ask Jeffrey Dahmer. He thinks he's perfectly safe. If he was alive, he'd tell you that.
You could say that.
Yeah, you should try human flesh. It's not that bad.
Oh, jeez. It's quite the delicacy.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yes.
You're crazy. I remember you. You were like hands all over people in the studio. You were throwing your sexuality and your vagina all over the room here. I mean, that's you, right?
Yeah.
God, I must have missed that day because I am like totally blank on that.
Well, Terry, maybe
Terry was there.
You didn't really do it for her, but I remember.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Hot Fudge Scott remembers.
I even remember somebody coming down with a pole.
I remember her being like really attractive, but a little off center.
She was way off center.
Kind of girl that
You
won't
say
leave you
way.
alone.
He says a little.
I'm being nice.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Don't have to be so nice.
Right.
She was gone, Terry.
Oh, okay.
And had no clue that she was gone, which makes her goner than gone.
Right.
Uh-oh.
The goniest.
What have you been doing? A bonus, God.
Put
What,
her on the Gone Show.
what have you been doing since that time that you were here in the studio? What's been going on in your life? You got any men in your world that can... I mean, the trade-off that you have to figure when you do the mathematics of going out with this woman, Terry, is that, yes, she's hot. Yes, she seems pretty sexual. But she is just a mental case. Now, do you want that in your world? You got to sit and figure and recalculate and do the addition over and over again and then come up with an answer. It's never right. And then you wonder what you're doing with your life. Do you have any men in your world there, Sarah?
Yes, I do.
Really? Tell me about it.
We've been going out for probably close to a year.
Did you tell us about that when you were down here last time? Because you didn't act like you had any serious men in your life back then.
We didn't get into it. You asked if I had a man. I said yes, and you said, would he be going? And I said, no.
All right, I don't want the whole recounting of what happened that morning. So things are going well between you and him?
They're all right.
I'm assuming that your bizarre personality translates into just absolute freaky, violent sexual behaviors. Is that a fair assumption or what?
Yes.
Because normally, when you get a woman as psychopathic as you seem, the one really good benefit is that you have no shyness, shame, any other S word you want to throw on top of it. When it comes to sex, I mean, you are just a free-for-all. Is that a fair assumption?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me about some wild sex you had recently.
Wild sex.
Give me some details.
Some details.
Yes, please.
Hopefully no one at work can hear me.
All right, don't worry. They're all aware of it.
You go put their ears on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're at work right now?
Yes.
All right, well, if you have to whisper or go down the hall or...
Well, I ran into a conference room and I'm trying to hide.
All right, well, there you go. Duck, hide, do what you got to do, and tell me about the last true wild sexual moment you had, when it was, what it was like, and I want as many details as you can throw in there.
Oh, geez.
I'm trying to find your redeeming characteristics here, Sarah. Go ahead. The floor is yours. The wild sex stage floor
Wild sex
is available for you now to share any good stories you may have of recent days.
I'm trying to think of a good one.
Sarah, I'm trying to be patient here, but you're coming up blank.
I know.
I don't have all day here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you better think of something quick. I just asked you a question. If your bizarre psychopathic personality is carrying over into the what would be understandably a hand-in-hand quality of being just a freak sexual person, and I'm looking for a detail or two. You got nothing? What?
I'm not a super freak, but
Well,
I
give me something.
like it kind of dirty.
What do you got?
I like it from last time was probably from behind, and
jeez. It's so out there.
Like my hair cold.
I don't want to know your general interests. I want the last specific little going on that you had in detail. Where were you? What happened? Who needed to be seen by medics? Tell me everything.
Well, do you want the exact date?
The exact date, yes, please.
Last weekend, I think it was, after going out.
So this past weekend, or the weekend before?
This last weekend.
This past weekend, okay. So we're talking about just 2, 3, 4 days ago. Go ahead.
Correct.
It's fresh.
We went out, and then coming back, I was out with my boyfriend.
Yes. What is?
We were back at his house.
You don't live together?
No, we do not. I live by myself.
You got back to his place. There was some heavy alcohol consumption in this evening, or no?
Not as heavy as usual, but there was.
And if I looked
my part, but there was some.
Okay, and if I looked at the clock when you made it through the door of his place, the clock would say what?
Oh, geez, I don't even know.
Give me a ballpark.
Probably 1 o'clock.
1 in the morning. It's 1 in the morning. You make your way through his door, and what happens?
Well, we went back into his room.
Mm-hmm.
And then some clothes started coming off.
Stop, you're killing me.
I know, you usually do it with clothes on, so it's kind of
right, okay.
Sure.
Clothes came off.
And some kissing started occurring.
Kissing?
And then...
Yes.
Next thing I know, he's on top of me.
Mm-hmm.
Being a little forceful.
Being a little forceful because that's how you demanded. And then what?
And then...
Yes. Go ahead.
Turned around.
He's on top of you and turned around, so now he's...
No, she turned around.
Now he's laying on his back.
He's laying on his back on you, saying, you know how I like it? Now just put this on.
You're better than a posturepedic. Oh, let's come back.
All right, you turned around.
Yes.
All right. All clothes off. You now are facing each other.
No, my back is facing
she's
him.
biting
She's on,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you are face down.
Up on my hands and knees.
Yes.
Whoa.
Face pressed on the floor. Splinters going into the right cheek. What happens next?
And then it was inserted.
Uh-huh. And then it was all inserted.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Uh-huh.
A lot of things could have been.
Mm-hmm. This is a pretty wild night you're telling us about here, Sarah.
Woo! Gosh.
Yes.
Club and then have sex with your boyfriend.
Yes.
How'd you get it done?
Let me tell you, you two are a couple of freaks that should be locked up.
Yeah.
And how'd the date end? How'd the date end there?
So what?
How did it all come to a conclusion?
After some, well, I don't want to say a couple, but after a little bit, some hair pulling.
Hair pulling, yes.
Some smacking. It
Smacking.
came to a nice little...
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it gave you a good smack in the face or two, right?
No.
No, okay.
Jeez.
He came and it was done.
Oh. Did he tell you he loved you?
Well, I should say we both did, and then it was done.
Did he tell you he loved you, Sarah?
I should say that, she said.
Not during that, no.
At any point in this, in and or around this event, did he tell you he loved you or no?
Yes, later.
Do you believe he loves you?
Yes.
Do you love him, Sarah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not even sure it sounds like.
Okay.
After all this, I don't want her at the Cuba Cube.
The Cuba Cube. Shut up.
Terry, we're going to take a vote. Apparently, Steven has already... Wow. registered his.
Yeah.
Stephen is voting no for the Cuba Cube. He wants to go with some other listener to win tickets this morning. Do you like Sarah? Do you want her to be at Summer Jam 2006?
Yeah, just because she's a little, you can tell she's a little off, so she'd add some
She fits
excitement.
in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and her stories are just so wild.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to be.
Sketty, what's your story here? You want to, yes, you want to know? How you feeling here?
I like her enough. I think she's okay.
Well, she went through enough, Terry, and the uncomfortable laughs of a male variety, and all the just peculiarness that goes along with Sarah. I can't help but vote her in.
Okay.
Wow. She was the first caller. On top of that, she's deserving of these tickets.
Yes, she is.
And at the Cube 93 backstage barbecue, make sure you share these stories with Ray J.
You'll love them.
Will be there. Congratulations, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might want her in a video.
Got some weird-ass listeners, man.
Yeah.
You think?
Basically on that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's my sister's name.
Oh, boy. On that?
Small world.
The T-Man.
Mariah Carey continues her musical comeback. She's launching a new tour for the first time in 3 years.
Oh, goody.
Idol judge Randy Jackson will help produce the tour.
Well, sign me up, Terry. Give me my tickets now.
Well, we just gave away tickets
And if
last week.
I have to call a ticket broker and get tickets at top dollar. It'll be worth every penny.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Mariah in concert. I've been waiting a lifetime, it seems. Anyhow.
I'll be front row.
Terry, it looks to me like you're arranging, you have some kind of magazine article in front of you.
I do.
Hate to think that this is going to be a slam the brakes on the program moment because the show is coasting along so well today on a 666 day, Terry, when it's so difficult to master that. What are you trying to share with us this morning? You have an important article to share?
This article I actually pulled off of AskMen.com.
Is that right? You're going to all lengths of the earth to find interesting articles?
Yes.
AskMen.com. All right.
And the title of this article is 10 Things That Men Think Women Like, But They Really Hate.
Oh, jeez. You mean we're not on top of everything, Terry? We could be miscalculating what we think you like when actually you hate it. That would be the opposite of like, last I checked, Terry.
Yes.
We think you like it.
Right.
But you really hate it.
Absolutely right.
10 things.
10 of them.
Well, I don't know if we have time for all 10, Terry. You may have to pick the best one.
Come
and we'll go with it, because otherwise, Terry, it becomes a whole afternoon's event here. And we do a morning show, so that doesn't work out well.
I think it's really hated.
Yeah, right. 10 things. Can't believe there are 10. That women hate. Wait, 10 things that men think women love, but they hate?
Right.
Well, I'm pretty much the authority on this, Terry. Let's try to figure this one out. Give me the title one more time. Exactly as it's written. Exactly to the letter, yes.
10 things that women... Oh, God, now you got me all screwed up.
Well, this is perfect because I'm trying to figure out a way to stall for time here. Yeah.
10 things that men think women like.
Right.
But they really hate.
They really hate it.
They really hate.
Huh. All right, like when you tell your lady what a great cooker and cleaner she is. I would think she'd love that complimentary. Man, you are just a terrific cleaner. And if you just keep doing it, it'd be even better.
That didn't make the list.
When you buy her a vacuum cleaner for Christmas, Terry, the new and improved model, with all the bells and whistles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's this little wand. She can really get up in that crevice way up there. She doesn't love that, Terry?
No.
Did that make the list?
No.
Should have made the list.
No.
Would women like that, Terry? If you got a real heavy-duty deluxe super-duper vacuum for Christmas, would you love that?
No.
Ow!
Really?
No.
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful.
Jeez.
If JD came to you and said to you, let me tell you, you've really stepped it up in the cooking and cleaning department, baby. You are really showing some potential. I didn't even factor in as part of your makeup ability, the stature there. Would that be a compliment that you would like? How would you take that one? You're thinking about this one. I could see the ruffling of the brow there.
I mean, the thing is that we
I'm like when the Asian woman ruffles the brow.
I love ruffles.
Yeah, it has ridges. Yeah.
Well, I would probably compliment him back and say you do just as fine too.
Well, I haven't
with the
picked
cooking
up
and cleaning.
I haven't picked up a finger in years. What are you talking about?
Well, that's not true in my house.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're talking about different houses.
Yeah, definitely talking about different houses.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you'd be right back at him with
Yes,
it,
I would.
and then it would all neutral itself out.
That is
You are
correct.
such a special couple.
Got it.
We are.
What a good way to deal with any potential blow-up possibility issues there.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Because some men might get stabbed, maybe.
Some might.
What a great cleaner you are, and the cooking has been off the charts. Keep it up. Let me give you a little knock on the shoulder there.
Way to go, kid.
A nice little knock on the shoulder. Yeah, how about a knock on this?
Oh, jeez. All right, so that certainly would be something that certain men would think would be a nice thing. And women would hate it, Terry.
Yeah.
So I'm really all over
Well, then
this.
let's go 11 things. Here, keep going. Yeah, I'm sure we could add to this list.
10 things that men think.
It's the short list.
10 things that men would assume women would like.
Yeah.
But they really hate. Mm-hmm.
Would you like one off my list? Just one? No, I guess. I'll take that as a no.
Well, I'm thinking of a lot of things right now, Terry.
Yeah, but women always love those things.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Kind of like reading text
Like when I
pages.
jump on Angela's head from behind to break away and Terry. I'm assuming she likes it, but let me have to recalculate now.
Yeah, let me think.
That definitely made...
Steven, you have anything to offer here? Like maybe mandals and tight jeans? You think women would love that? And yet, I would not think for a second that women may be in a situation these days where they might hate that.
Well, the one woman that counts loves it.
Wow.
So that's all that matters.
Loves it?
Sure.
She loves the mandal. She loves your tight jeans.
Well, she must.
Really?
She must because she married them. Yes. She said, I do to the mandals.
Oh, man.
And
She
the
said,
tight
I
jeans.
do to the tight jeans.
Wow.
But when you do the whole tune-in Tokyo thing, do they love that?
I tell you, I think that the list may have some interesting ones, some non-interesting
Actually,
ones.
yeah.
I'm looking for you, not to give me number one on the list. I'm looking for you to find the most interesting thing on that list.
Wow, the most interesting?
You're a little worried about the pressure here?
Yes.
All right, give me number one on the list then.
Okay.
Of things that men assume women would like, but they truly hate.
You call her too often.
That's number one on the list?
Mm-hmm.
Women, you would think, would love that. Why would you think women would love that? What human being wants to be called too often?
Well,
It's annoying. Stop it.
Well,
Psycho.
Because you think they're needy or something.
yeah.
Well, women are needy, but doesn't mean they want to be called all the time.
They say
Women are
you're-
very needy, right, Terry?
I think not.
Mhm.
I think not.
Okay. Well, women aren't needy?
Well, we are to some at times, but not too
As it pertains to men, are women needy, yes or no?
No, not anymore.
As it pertains to men, Terry, women needy, yes or no?
No,
Now,
not
the answer you're
anymore.
looking for is yes!
Not
Oh,
anymore.
yeah, I got that one right.
Good job,
Give
Steve.
yourself a check there, Steve.
A check?
Yes.
On the
From your
list.
account?
No, not
Oh,
a
on
check.
the list.
No, check mark.
Uh-huh.
Right,
Number two on the list, Terry. We'll find out if there's any interesting things on these lists here. These are, so far, the one you read seems like it should be pretty simple to figure out. Go ahead.
You cry too early.
Too early.
Yes. They say here that women like legitimate emotions, but
They don't mind you crying in month number 9 of your relationship.
Yeah, but if
when
it's
you
like-
break out the waterworks, movie number 3 you ever saw together in the history of your relationship,
Right.
you may find a woman sitting next to you going, "What a gay boy."
right. Pretty much.
Guarantee you, Stephen cried first movie he saw with his wife, Terry. So she said, "I do" to the tight jeans. She said, "I do" to the mandals.
Yes.
She said, "I do" to the waterworks sitting next to her.
What was
So you
it?
got to hold on to those tears until, does it say what point
Well,
is
it
appropriate
doesn't-
for your crying?
No, it doesn't give an actual, time frame, but just not too early.
Don't cry too early.
Yeah. And, yeah.
What if the movie calls for just an out-and-out sobbing?
Like Jackass.
Yes, like
Two
Jack
brothers, your first date.
Yeah, two brothers.
Where he goes into the hardware store and he starts taking a crap on the bowl that's
geez.
sitting right there in the store, Terry. What if you just start crying?
No, I don't think so. There.
That's the most emotional moment of my life.
Well, if you have a death in your family, she's not going to appreciate you crying over that? It's kind of lame.
You You don't share the death in your family with a girl you've only known for, a couple of months.
You don't?
No. Okay. Tell her everything's fine.
Yeah.
So I just have some family issues.
Why can't I meet your mom? You just can't.
No, just. Uncle Harry never better.
Uncle Harry.
Terry, I would like to know if they're throwing out there not to cry too early. I think guys should be aware of what they think is the cutoff point for when you're clear on crying.
Again, it doesn't give a time frame.
When are you free?
Window.
When are you free to cry? Well, you reading that little article there, become the ambassador. You become the authority on the articles. You're going to have to come up with the Terry Free timeline on when a guy, using your woman's mind there, Terry, can be safe to cry in front of a woman and not be seen as a tool.
Well,
give me a cutoff.
But it depends, really, on, for example, I mean, if you're going to a movie where there's
all right, give me a movie where you could cry, but you probably shouldn't, but you could, perhaps let a few tears out the old eyes there. Give me a movie that some people cry.
It's been so long since I've been to a movie.
Oh, jeez. Well,
I mean, quite honestly.
So busy cooking and cleaning with the husband there.
Star Wars.
His and her cooking tool belts.
Star Wars was so sad when Terry saw it in the theater. Oh, man. When that stormtrooper got... Oh, boy, I suck.
Well, when
Steve, you have an example of a movie that's cryable?
Well, there's a lot of movies that are cryable.
Well, give me one.
No, it's not.
Jesus.
The Notebook.
I can't think of anything.
The Notebook, yeah.
The Notebook.
Yeah.
Who don't cry in The Notebook?
Everybody I've ever seen.
All right.
Even you?
But the average man is not crying in The Notebook.
I don't cry.
I think it actually turned out to be a really good example. Because I saw The Notebook. My wife watches it 100,000 times in the house, so through bits and pieces, I've seen the whole movie, not in one sit-down, but you get the point.
Right.
This is definitely a movie where crying is optional, but the average guy should not be crying in The Notebook.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Right.
Now, you're in month number 2, date number what? That's 2, 3, 9. Date number 9,
wow, okay.
And you haven't had. No, this is not accurate. You're in week number 5 of your relationship.
Okay.
Have you had sex?
I'm working on this.
Oh, okay.
Steve.
Jeez, Steve.
I thought that was all.
I was going to make it. You're in month number 2, but you haven't had sex, and that's not realistic these days. Come on,
No, because that's the first date, right?
Hour number 2.
You're in month number 2. You're in week number 5.
Yes.
Week number 4.5.
Okay, gotcha.
And you haven't had sex, but it's going to happen if you do everything right over the next couple of days.
I hate girls like that.
She's giving you. She's definitely flicked it around. She's gotten it in her hands.
Flicked it. I don't think I'm into that.
You've done some finger situations, and everything has been going on and just building up to the big old final throwdown there.
Sure.
And you go see The Notebook together.
Uh-oh.
Because you're really trying hard to close the deal.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you feel like you're fighting tears. And you don't want to fight it anymore, and you let them go.
Whoa.
The woman sitting next to you, does she have to start weighing in her mind as to whether you're an out-and-out tool? Yes or no, Terry? And in this circumstance that I've described to you, is it appropriate? Is it okay? Is it acceptable? Does it register in the woman's mind in a negative way if the guy sitting next to you in the theater is crying?
Wait. 4.5.
I can't even wait for your answer. I got to tell you the answer, Terry.
Okay, what's the answer?
Big pussy!
Big pussy!
The biggest?
Oh, the biggest, Terry!
Oh, yeah.
You can't be crying in the Notebook! You gotta pull yourself together!
So you can't show emotion. So you got to face
Not
people.
that early.
Not at this movie.
Yeah, well, I actually...
This is a chick movie, and no guy should be crying under any circumstances.
If anything, don't you think that the guy should be kind of... Because you know the girl's probably showing the emotion because we are that way. And we hide no emotions regardless of when we start dating you. Do you think more than that the guy should be kind of comforting the woman
I don't
there?
know. He shouldn't be there.
He shouldn't be
The guy
there.
should say, "This is stupid."
Right. What are you crying for, you gay girl?
This sucks.
Gay girl.
They're old. They're dead. Let's move on.
It's tough to be romantic when I have my wiener poking through the bottom of the popcorn thing waiting for her to grab.
Well, that's mandatory.
Or flick.
That's mandatory at week number 5.
All the buttery topping on there.
Popcorn's almost gone.
Just try to keep it away from the pee hole. But,
Wow.
Terry, I have to agree with that. The crying too early is a definite negative. Men probably think they're doing good, or at least, I don't know why they would, but there may be a couple of guys out there that think they're doing a good thing by crying and showing their emotion. Oh, women love emotional guys. No.
Right.
Definitely not early.
Right. No,
Keeping yourself is a bad thing.
You got to be really. She's got to know everything about you. You got to be really established as a couple for all of a sudden you to break out the tears in any kind of moment like that.
I mean, well, do you recall? I don't.
Now, your mom cries, as Stephen brought us up as an example. That's fine. You send her home and then cry. But what were you saying now, Terry?
I was going to ask you, do you recall when maybe the first time you showed some, soft emotion in front of your wife as
Two brothers. 8 years into our relationship.
Really?
How long have we been going?
The only time,
6 years.
I think, don't some couples go like their whole lives without seeing the guy cry? I mean, I've heard my mom say, I saw my dad cry once or something,
Yeah, that is true.
I'm trying to think if Angela's seen me cry any other time than two brothers. Which you all haven't seen, and it's very insulting to me.
Not at your wedding or anything like that?
I didn't cry at my wedding. What am I going to cry about? Tears of joy?
Yes.
Yes?
No. You cried tears of joy at your wedding.
I did.
We weren't there. We weren't there.
You are a big pussy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You cried at your wedding, tears of joy? That is so gay.
That's so gay.
That is so gay.
Just because
I'm glad I wasn't at your wedding.
I'm so glad.
I'm really glad you didn't invite me.
I'm more glad than you are.
If I saw you crying tears of joy, what, when you're like doing the vow thing?
So you had a hard time saying
crying?
your vows?
I think it was, the whole day was wrought with emotion.
You just made him sit back in his chair.
My wife didn't even cry.
I had to back away from the microphone.
My wife didn't cry either, but
you're sitting up there crying. Do you realize that's gay, or what? You realize how lame that is?
I don't think that's lame at all.
Yeah, you do.
Actually, I don't. Why would I have said it?
I don't know. I think you wish you had at this point.
No, actually, I don't. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I cry at Extreme Home Makeover. I mean,
You do? Stop it, you don't.
I bet you wish you hadn't said that either.
Yeah, because, come on.
You don't think that's an emotional show when they show the people with all these diseases and they build them a new house and all that kind of stuff and they're so happy? You don't see that as an emotional moment?
Sure, it is, but I mean...
Terry's more of a man than anybody, huh?
I mean, I'm happy for him, but I'm not sobbing and crying about it.
I don't think I'm sobbing.
I need more tissue, Amy.
I don't think sobbing. I think there's a difference between sobbing and just showing a little emotion.
If there are any tears whatsoever, you're telling me you don't think there's anything peculiar with the fact that your wife was not crying, but you were at your wedding? Well, I don't think that's bizarre at all.
I mean, she may have, I think, but...
Well, you couldn't tell because yours clouded your whole vision.
You don't think that's a little off? That you're crying at your wedding and she's not. You don't think that's off?
I do not.
A lightning pole!
Oh,
yes.
I think a lightning pole with these listeners are not going to
be
in my favor.
These listeners are so wide range. They come from all walks of life, Stephen. We have the #1 radio show in all of Seattle, and there are all kinds of people out there in the Patchwork family, and they can call in right now and give you a full spectrum of backgrounds as far as their opinions, and I guarantee you are. But you never know.
But in Stephen's defense, I you know what? He's not alone. I bet you he's not alone. He's in the minority.
The only one ever cried at his wedding. No. I believe that fine, but doesn't make it.
But I'm just
not weird.
Right. But I'm just saying.
You think it's weird?
And the fact that he's going. You didn't cry at your wedding? No, I didn't cry at my wedding. Cry maybe. I was sad as I'm losing my freedom.
I was. Well, that's still crying.
No, that's not what we're talking about. You cried tears of joy.
Well, I mean, if you cried tears of sadness,
this is too much.
Tears of joy.
Well, I mean, I can understand
joy.
So you think it's wrong for men to show emotion or anything like that? That's great. You're a real man.
No.
Well, I'm a real man. I feel that more than ever now.
You cry at that stupid Two Brothers movie, but not at things that are important in your life. That's pretty crazy.
You didn't even see it.
I have seen the stupid movie. I can't even talk about how stupid it was.
Right. You never saw it.
You never saw it.
It's not true. I did see it.
All right, tell me what happens.
It wasn't stupid, but it's a
nice movie. You
saw
Siegfried and Roy.
Tell me what happens.
These little stupid little cats, they get lost and they can't find each other, and then they see, oh, my brother.
My brother.
All right.
You cried in Titanic, you said.
I didn't cry in Titanic. I never said I cried in Titanic. I like Titanic. I never cried in it.
You saw it a lot.
What point is... Yeah, fine. And what point is there to cry in Titanic?
I don't know, the whole thing.
Yeah, that was... I give you that.
I wasted $9.
Oh, God.
I give you that, Stephen. Titanic.
So what's the question of the poll? What am I writing down?
What are you giving him?
Well, I mean, Titanic, you do. I cried during Titanic, sure.
What point are you crying?
Well, you know, the whole
When
thing
he couldn't get on the board because the fat ass was taking up all the space in the ocean?
What a bitch.
I mean, they set up the characters, and I mean, you get emotionally involved with the characters.
Don't
and
dilute the subject here.
That's not diluting the subject.
Stephen Kilbreth cried tears of joy at his wedding. What are you flashing signs at me for? What?
Because
I got a
he'd
lightning
like
pole
you
to
to
take
break.
here.
I understand, we're behind.
But he would like, yeah.
Word. All right, this will wait. This ain't going anywhere. Give Stephen time to think about this.
I need no time.
Uh-huh.
It's done.
You are way too girly. I'm sorry. I don't know what to call that. Girly, gay, tool-like, bizarre, peculiar. Well, take your pick.
Big wussy.
Big pussy.
Wow.
You cried during the vows, or like right when you saw her? Like when were the biggest tears?
It was actually the time that I cried was right when she came walking down the aisle. I just was overwrought with emotion.
Oh, Lord.
In front of
please,
everybody,
stop.
They all saw you crying?
Stop.
In front of
Stop.
everybody?
Don't say another word.
No, I was in a different room,
Stop.
actually.
I wish you would have been.
Summer Jam 2006. Presented by McDonald's.
See, I don't even need to do a lightning pole now, Terry. I got enough text pages here with responses on this situation.
Oh, really?
That I got all the response I need.
Okay.
A lot in Stephen Kilbreth's favor.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes, crying at weddings is a must. You must cry at your own wedding to be a real man, Terry.
Really? Is that what
Apparently
it's coming
so.
back?
Yes.
Does that mean I'm single now?
Wow.
Doesn't make you a worse person because you don't cry at your wedding.
Oh, I'm glad you said that, Stephen. I was really concerned.
But I don't know why it bothers you so much that I did. I mean, who cares? I mean, why?
I'm just
seriously,
glad I
why
wasn't
does
there.
it? Why
I
does
would
it
have
scare
been-
you
it
so
would have
much
been
to
a tad
have
awkward, it would
for
have been
men to have
uncomfortable.
emotion? Why does it scare you so much?
I have emotion. A full range of emotion. I cried in Two Brothers.
Yes, you
So stupid,
Oh,
two
geez.
Whoa, try that again. Dump,
A
dump,
little
dump.
familiar right now.
Two
Yeah.
stupid cats have more emotion than your wife. That's great.
No,
I'm
it
sure
just
she's happy
happens
about
to
that.
ring a little part of me that maybe you won't understand. Maybe if you looked into my background and realized that I had a brother, maybe you would see that maybe this hits a special moment or a special part of me that I didn't know was coming.
Well,
All right? Does that make any sense to you or no?
Yeah, well, but this wedding had a special moment to me, and it meant a lot to me, so that's why I had emotion during it.
Okay. Very good. You're a very weird guy. Anyhow,
Yes.
let us read some text pages here.
All right.
8:58 and 47 seconds. Somebody writes, "Leave Stephen alone. He's a sweet man. Two Brothers was gay. And I'm an emotional person and I didn't even cry. T-Man, you're the gay..." Oh, look who signed this one. T-Man, you're the gay one. This is that psycho chubby stalker girl.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Toto call me. If she's extra chubby. I know who you're talking about.
Yes. Miss Melinda, she
loves it.
Yeah, she's
Really?
very bizarre.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Leave that one
8:58.
alone then.
You know, that's the one you were thinking of?
Miss Melinda?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
All right, 8:58 and 35 seconds. T-Man is a bitch.
Oh.
Emotion is not gay. And Terry needs to get off your jock, T-Man. I bet Stephen's wife was very happy walking down the aisle seeing Stephen crying like that. Oh. I realize I must have depleted my wife of the moment. Well, she joined me right there at the altar, or wherever the hell that was, and and she sees me crying, Terry.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's what that means, but
I think it must. And I feel very ashamed now. And I'm glad I see the light now. And if I had to do it over again, and maybe one day I will cry like mad. Anyhow, 8:56 and 58 seconds, somebody writes, Travis writes, he even puts that, Travis writes, "Stephen, you're a big gay dickhead." 8:56 and 56 seconds. What were you telling me during the break about the America's Funniest Video clip that you always laugh at, that they show over and over again? I watch that show
I've seen it more than once.
a little, and I don't recall this clip.
Well, there's a guy that just can't get it together, and all he can, mutter is these high-pitched words. Like, he's asking him to say, to have and hold, and have, hold. And that's all he can do the whole time. He just can't get it together.
Fighting back the tears?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's bawling.
To have,
Yeah.
to hold.
Yeah, it's hilarious. High-pitched voice, 1 or 2 words at a time. Poor guy just lost it.
What a shame.
So ever since I saw that, I knew I wouldn't do that. And Bob Saget, and I learned something from his show.
Oh, jeez. So if it wasn't for that, you would have been crying there?
I just saw how emotional people can get up there, and I was like, I don't want to do that. That's stupid.
But I'm asking you again, if it wasn't for that as a reminder to have in your head, you would have cried on the...
I don't think so. There's too many people there. It's embarrassing. I don't want to cry in front of everybody I've ever met.
But some people, but it's not embarrassing. I mean, some people think it's sweet or a nice.
Obviously, we're reading about those people right now. 8:56 and 56 seconds. Stephen now needs to call gay phone operator and leave it. Guys, talk about some gay sex acts here.
Gay sex acts. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, right. Big buried love, I'm sure.
Now, were you like sobbing and breaking down when you?
Yes.
Well, no, but
or were you? I mean, I can understand the overwhelming emotion. But so that's why I'm wondering.
But for you guys, it's either no emotion or breaking down like the guy on America's Funniest Home Videos. I mean, there's
what
a
did
lot
I just
of.
say, Stephen?
No, I know. I'm saying that it was just a little bit of crying.
Okay.
Terry asked you a question. Why are you getting all defensive, man? What's bothering you?
Why am I getting defensive at being?
Terry asked you a question.
Being
why
called
are
a
you getting
pussy for the last 20 minutes?
Why? Well, now you're getting all the text pages that are coming to your aid here. So you should be championing having a great moment.
I think when she started walking down the aisle, it was very emotional for me, and I started crying.
But
it wasn't. It wasn't like a where I couldn't contain myself.
Did you cry at the delivery of your son or no?
I had a tear when he was born, yes.
Okay, well, at least that's consistent. I would hate to think you didn't have a tear with your son being born, but you didn't cry as much, obviously, because you're just downplaying that as just one tear.
Well, I don't know how many tears I didn't do a count, but I think it was more.
We just asked around the office.
Well, better yet, when you
a lot of tears.
Was there more emotion?
In case you didn't count them.
Your wife walking down the aisle, or more emotion when you saw your son being born?
I think it was more emotion at the wedding. Honestly.
Interesting. Anyhow,
I think I'll cry when I have a devil spawn.
Oh, yes. 8:55 and 42 seconds. Nick Lachey cried at his wedding, and he's not a big pussy. Oh, wait, never mind. You're right, T-Man. He is. Biggest pussy. At a wedding that obviously didn't really pan out.
The guy's getting laid left and right, though. Women love him.
Okay. So that'll be you when you get divorced.
I will be getting laid left and right, yes.
Okay. That's the spirit.
I can see that happening.
But he lost against K-Fed,
the
though.
spirit.
He lost against
That's
K-Fed.
true, he did.
Yes, in our lightning poll, K-Fed or Nick Lachey.
I
told you who would win that,
Yeah,
Terry.
you did, because I was going Nick Lachey, and you're
I
like,
know it's going on every step of the way.
Girls love dirty scumbags that don't shower on a regular basis.
At Kilbreath, Waterworks at the wedding with her walking down the aisle is a tad awkward, unnecessary, but very sweet.
But unnecessary for you.
Yes. I guess we'll have to put it that way. 8:54 and 26 seconds. Somebody writes, I would love to F the S out of Stephen right now. Signed, Kendra.
Wow. Call her back. Okay.
I was shaving. I'm sorry.
If you want to call, I'll call that person back.
Can't wait for a guy to answer.
8:55 and 8:55 and 0 seconds. I got tears in my eyes at my own wedding, and if T-Man or Hot Fat Scott has a problem with that, come say it to my face, you effing pussy. Signed, Luke.
Oh, let's call Luke back. Say it to his face.
He sounds tough.
8:54 and 14 seconds. To call Stephen a dickhead is not appropriate anymore. That's too manly. He is now a big pussy. 8:53 and 35 seconds. Stephen Kilbreath's new nickname should be Kill Pussy. Not Kill Breath.
Nickname, really.
8:53 and 21 seconds. I love that Stephen cried at his wedding. Let's see here.
It's split down gender lines, my guess.
Getting that sense as well to some degree. 8:52 and 36 seconds. I think it's sweet that Stephen Kilbreath cried at his wedding. 8:51 and 45 seconds. Any man who cries during the first year of a relationship is a punk-ass bitch.
Wow.
I'm sure I did.
8:51 and 8:51 and 44 seconds. He's a pussy for starting to cry at his own wedding. If I was walking down the aisle and saw that, I would turn right back around.
Wow.
That doesn't sound like it's split down gender lines there.
Do you cry a lot in your relationship?
Man. Oh, jeez.
Do I?
Yeah.
I mean, I cry at emotional things.
How many times has your wife seen you cry?
Too many to count. All right, 8:50 and 34 seconds. T-Man, kill breath so... well, this is kind of mean.
This one's mean?
Yeah, that one is.
Well, it's just...
Let's hear it.
You don't want it.
Yeah, you got it. 8:50 and 30... Well, it's just stupid anyway. T-Man, kill breath is so fat he sweats meatloaf juice. Signed, Trusty.
That's a good, solid text.
Funny.
Meatloaf juice.
Well, he's very defensive right now. I don't want to lose him for the rest of the entire show. Yeah, you know.
That's me at all. I think that's funny.
You have no choice but to say that now. I really want to go.
Can't do anything right, Kevin.
8:49 and 55 seconds. Stephen is gay. He cries during gay movies. His traffic reports are gay and make me cry. He's a big gay pussy.
That was a nice one. We keep the harsh ones away from you.
8:49 and 35 seconds. T-Man, I want you to have my pootie.
What?
Don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
Is that one from one of the three?
All right, I'll bite. Oh. 8:40. I mentioned never cry at movies. How gay is that?
Well, you said it was pretty even, but it doesn't sound like it anymore.
8:42 and 41 seconds. T-Man, I love it when you sound you make when I have sex. T-Man, it's now illegal to play online poker.
Yeah, whatever. Big news thing
All
on
of a
that.
sudden, yeah, I'm cowering in fear. They're going to bust in my house.
Yeah,
I'm
how
sure.
are they going to even monitor
It's illegal to do a lot of things. What else is it illegal to do on the internet? What you're doing all the time. Oh, yeah, don't talk about that. Anyhow.
Yeah. You work for Dayline or something, dude?
Yeah, all right, pretty much. Let's call it. Who do you want to call back now?
We had Kendra and Luke.
Kendra, yeah, Kendra. Oh, yeah, Kendra, I want to F the S out of Steven.
He always claims that he doesn't get those emails or anything, from...
Well, this is the day that he's turned the corner because he's admitted his absolute, out-and-out, sobbing escapade at his wedding.
Woohoo!
Still
Steven,
no email.
Lucky day.
253, Steven, can you handle that?
That might be a little much for me.
Oh, yeah. T-Town girls are wild.
Those girls are dirty.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Nice.
That is really nice.
It's Kendra, Steven. Kendra.
Kendra.
Yes. K-A-N-D-R-A.
Oh, Kendra.
Talk about not hiding her emotions. She's not hiding it for you, Steven. She wants the F. She wants to F the S out of you.
Mailbox of
Good.
253
Oh,
250.
Sure you got the right one?
Yeah.
Calling from 2066691.
The hell? What's with all these numbers?
To send this as your numeric page, press 1. To enter a different number, press 2.
Did I dial wrong?
To cancel,
I
press
really
star.
don't know.
The phone just kind of took over all on its own.
666.
Yeah.
The beast is here.
Did I hear the white girl on the couch just left? I forgot she was even here.
Yeah.
You still back there?
White girl on the couch.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
thumbs
talk
up.
to you.
I bet she
Thumb
loves the
speak
crying.
said yes.
What was that, Steven?
I bet she loves the crying.
We know
Yeah,
she
that's
loves
the point. She's an emotional woman.
I bet she loves it.
The internal workings of a man is different than a woman. Yes or no? You agree or disagree?
Oh, how could you disagree with that?
Okay. That's all I need to say.
But I don't hold back.
Oh,
and keep it in
jeez.
like you.
So I've got these million tears that I've held back through the years.
A million of them.
That's why you're so angry every morning.
Oh, wow. Now you're angry.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think he's
You have
angry?
reached the voice mailbox of 253.
Oh, there's your one chance to get effed.
I think you're as angrier than me, to be honest.
Press
Since we're
one.
on the subject.
More angry than you?
Absolutely.
No, I don't know about
send
that.
a
I
numeric
sense it.
page.
It'd be hard to detect for the average ear, but doesn't get by me, that's for sure. There's a lot of bitterness. There's a lot of
Bitterness?
A lot
What am I bitter
of
about?
in you, man.
What am I bitter about?
You don't want to know on the air, man.
Well, maybe at 10:01 we could talk about it.
Well,
I'd love
we
to
can
hear
talk
what I'm
about it
bitter
now.
about.
Just give me the word. I'll give you one thing you're bitter about.
What's that?
You think you should have made it bigger in the industry, and you haven't.
It's not true.
Absolutely is.
Absolutely not true.
All right. You don't think you should have made it any bigger than you have? You're totally...
I think I'm doing a lot better than most people who get into this industry.
All right, that's probably a fair point, but you think you should be on network broadcasting doing news or an anchorman, or you should have been on
I would
King
love to do that, but I don't
being-
think I should be doing that.
Well, I think...
I mean, there's a lot of people that would love to do that.
All right. Well, I'm not going to get into a whole debate over this. But that's certainly the sense you've given me over the years. And I'm not saying I disagree, but don't say that you haven't harbored any bitterness over that.
I don't
That's
have
apparent.
Don't have bitterness toward that.
All right. That's all we're going to talk about. I'm not going to get any deeper in this. But that's one of the things that I definitely detect over the years you being bitter about. That's my take on it. And if you don't agree, that's fine. You want to suppress all the million tears you have over that one.
Million tears.
Just because
I let my tears go.
And it'll only get that much more filled with bitterness when you turn on the TV one day and you see this guy doing the news.
Hello, G.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, Schwager.
I don't have to go to school today. I'm very happy because I got to sleep in for once. And also, Steven?
Yes.
I feel sorry for you, but not really.
And I think you have a right to be bitter to some extent when you were doing traffic on King 5 for how many years?
A lot.
How many?
Like 10 or so.
They would not put you on camera. Then the day after you leave, they put this ugly guy up there doing traffic. You didn't feel bitter about that?
Well, but what you said is not that situation.
That's one of the things that has happened along the way.
I don't think that I should be some big-time broadcaster like you said. No, I'm not bitter about that.
Talking about the biggest time, I'm talking about bigger.
I mean, I like where I'm at. How could I not like where I'm at? I love the schedule, love the job.
You love working with such an angry man like me.
Yeah, I don't understand why you are sometimes, but, you know, it's all part of the fun.
Exactly. I don't understand why you are, but I recognize you are.
If I was unhappy with this, I would try and do something else. Why wouldn't I do that?
Well, maybe, I don't know, your options are limited to some degree. I don't know. Maybe you don't feel like looking. Maybe you've never felt like you wanted to go out of the box to go get a job.
But
maybe you don't want to leave the area.
But that's not bitterness.
Whatever the reason, I don't know. There definitely is bitterness, but that's right.
And I would be happy for Schwager, and we even talked about it before, and I said that would be very cool.
Uh-huh. All right, dude. Anyway, there's no way I can put a bitterness detector on him and prove that I'm right, so what's the point of even having this conversation?
Not sure.
I know he's bitter, and he doesn't want to admit it. Anyhow.
Well, you know everything.
That's right.
Oh, so I must be bitter.
He must be. Maybe you should start realizing that.
Place the burning bush.
And don't fight it. Schwager, what's up? Anything? No? Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
Well, he was going to tell you something.
Well, if I wasn't so angry, I would have listened. Filled with anger.
It's because you have all a million tears that you don't let go.
I'll let one go right now.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Nice tear.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to, who else is waiting here? Butch. Butch is on Steven's side when it comes to crying.
Oh, good.
Yes, Butch.
Hey, what's up, T? How you doing?
How are you, sir?
Not bad. How you doing, man?
Nice to talk to you.
But yeah, hey, man. I mean, I'm not exactly the biggest pussy. You know, I'm a logger, but
you're a what?
A what?
A logger.
A logger.
You know, but it's just, you know, it depends on you know, different situations in your life that touch you a little differently. You know.
It's a very fair point. Yes. But we all can relate, and some things we can't relate to as it pertains to the other person, but we pretty much can all relate to the emotion of a marriage. And a wedding in particular, that specific ritual, that act of walking down the old aisle there and seeing your family on one side and her family on the other, and getting up there, and we could all understand, or at least, even if you haven't gone through it, you can pretty much figure what it would be like to be in those shoes. It's not that far-fetched. So in that case, we could all then decide as to whether that's realistic, crying waterworks, tears flying down the old cheeks there material.
Well, that's a little extreme, you know, as far as up there just bawling your eyes out. You know, that's a little much. You let some, you know, a couple tears run out. That's, you know, I think it's a little understandable.
Not the strangest thing in the world.
You know, you don't want the waterworks breaking out, especially not 2 weeks into a, you know, relationship like you say.
Yes.
But
Steven always gets on me for giving him a hard time, and I'm probably giving him a hard time more than I should on this one. But still, to me, it's just overdone. I don't know. I just didn't feel at any moment like I was going to cry. Maybe I'm just a hollow man.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but like I say, you know, different situations in your life, you know, maybe he had something in his life that happened that's going to bring that emotion out at that time, you know, more than where, you know, maybe you haven't had some of the things.
I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever. Yeah.
Well, no, are Steven's parents together? Are they still married?
No.
No, and yours are?
Mine are, yes.
So maybe that could be part of the thing behind, you know, that stems to why he might get...
Well, one can make the case that I'd be the crier in that situation. I don't know what the case would be, but probably a case can be made that since my parents have been married 45 years, that it would be so sacred and special to me that I would be the crier.
Well,
look at it anyway. So what does that mean?
Well,
Nothing.
maybe he's happy that he gets the chance, you know.
Chance? Who doesn't get the chance?
You know, I don't know. I just figured I'd call in and
He's
voice
just
my...
trying. Yeah,
All right, Butch. Yeah, thanks a lot for the call.
He's trying.
A guy named Butch can't cry ever. Come on, Butch. That's a tough guy name.
There's a logger. Let's hold it up to that end of the bargain.
Yeah, definitely.
A logging Butch can never cry.
You're
not allowed to.
Not allowed. But Stephen, you cried at your wedding, and that's that.
I did.
Yes.
I cried when I didn't get invited.
You guys were happy, probably.
No, we were actually
we were upset.
Disappointed in you, yes, and disappointed in the whole situation when you decided that we weren't going to be invited to your wedding.
Empty place in my heart.
I'm sure.
It still is. It's a very emotional time for me, and if I talk about it too long, I'll start crying.
I'm sure.
You have any leftovers from the food so we can just try it?
I know.
No.
Did you guys have a cake?
Now I got to go home. My wife's going to say I'm a bastard because I was talking about how I never even thought of crying. I was happy at my wedding, Terry.
Well,
it's not making you a bastard.
Thank you, Stephen. I was really looking for your endorsement on this one.
Well, no, but you are a black and white guy. That doesn't make you a bad guy.
How am
I didn't even cry at my wedding, and my husband didn't cry at my wedding.
Yeah, which one?
Either one of them.
But
either one of them.
And Terry's a woman last we checked,
and it's
Stephen.
not. I mean,
But do you see me saying that you're bad people for not crying at your weddings?
We were looking
Am I
for
saying
that. We're waiting for that. So thank you again for that.
No, but why? I don't know why it's
Terry's
antagonistic. Saying I don't know.
Woman and didn't cry at her wedding, Stephen.
Okay. Good for her. I mean, what are you supposed to say?
You're a man.
Okay.
And you cried at the wedding. Interesting. All right. Just wanted to make sure that was clear on that. Yes, because some people are confused. Larry. Larry. All right, no Larry. April.
Yes.
Yes, April.
Okay, this is what I have to say. I mean, really, the sacrament of marriage, it is definitely, you know, something to be, you know, cherished and everything. And honestly, I think that if you are in love and you really love the person that you're walking down to, you look at them when you're, you know, the guy or whatever, he's walking down the aisle, and if he looks at his bride and he doesn't get a little bit choked up, then he should probably just turn around because...
Oh, shut up.
Because he should just not get married.
Since when is crying any indicator of the level of emotion, of how much, or level of love, the volume of love that you have for somebody?
Notice, I said choked
Since when
up. Notice
is
I said choked
tears
up.
a measuring stick for how much love you have for someone? Since when?
Being a woman, I rarely cry myself. That's why I said choked up. See, I hold back a lot of my emotions.
So the minimum is choked up. You have to be choked up, or else you don't have enough love and you're marrying the wrong person.
Definitely.
So if you're not choked up, you got to call things off right then and there. Yeah, I'm not feeling the chokedness. I got to stop the proceedings.
I mean, you can write it out and see if you guys get divorced later. But
Right, but all those people who are getting divorced should have realized it was coming because they didn't get choked up at their wedding.
Exactly.
April, you are ridiculous.
I'm not. It's the 100% truth.
Okay.
Deal with it.
All right.
It's surprising that you don't cry. You're a very emotional guy, though. I mean, with your big loud voice and all that.
I cry in certain settings.
Just one, you said. You've only cried once.
The last time I cried was during that movie, yes, that everyone seems to think I'm gay for. So there you go. And have a nice field day doing the little prodding on me for that. And the time before that, when was the last time I cried before that, Terry? I cry myself to sleep every night. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably felt
Most people get choked up. When I saw my wife at the wedding, I wasn't like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, well, of course
like,
you feel emotional.
Most people
I was
you have
smiling at her.
emotions. Yes, you are. You have emotions.
I was looking deep in her eyes, knowing that I had picked the right person. I had found actually someone who could deal with me. That was a nice
and
moment.
Your angry moments. in
Right,
life.
right.
I was like, you have a dress on.
Right. Everybody gets emotional.
My angry moments come out immediately, Terry. Yes, when I feel anger, I let it fly.
Right.
As opposed to the man upstairs who keeps it deep, deep inside and only will come out in one of two ways. Hopefully, the minimum is an ulcer. Hopefully, it won't be anything more serious like a stroke or something that could really be damaging.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because you're not supposed to keep that kind of emotion inside, and he doesn't even acknowledge it exists, which makes it even worse. So I'm very concerned.
You know a lot about me, apparently.
Yes, I do. I've worked with you for now 10 or 11 years.
Wow, really? That long?
Yes.
Amazing.
Crazy.
I know you better than you know yourself. You're going to have to let it go, Stephen. Okay. And not just save it for the overwhelming emotional times, like indicating how much
makeover, by the way.
Because you got to count the tears on the ground of where you're getting married to determine if you're making the right move.
Yeah, I
didn't say that.
But April did. And you agreed. You were nodding. I felt it. I know you. Mm-hmm.
The T-Man.
Yes. So is the link up for the briefcase girls yet?
Unfortunately, that is not up yet.
Oh.
The freak is not sitting at the computer, I guess.
You're blaming the freak.
Well, I kind of am.
I blame you.
Yeah, you should.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No, it's my responsibility.
Getting text pages as to whether the link is up. Link's not up.
Link is not up yet, no.
Well, they can still email him through the website, though. I mean, right?
Well, no one knows how to email Pasty through the website.
Yeah, that's it should be up shortly, if not by 10 o'clock.
All right, whatever. I will remind people again tomorrow that we are soliciting.
Oh.
We are on the hunt.
All right.
We are looking for briefcase girls to be on stage at Summer Jam. I'll remind you of that tomorrow, since you'll probably forget about it by the point the link goes up later today. If you don't, and you send us your application and your picture, more the better.
Woohoo!
Speaking of more the better, I got a lot of text pages here, and now the Stephen Defenders seem to have being outnumbered by the barrage of kill breath bashers, so maybe we should take a pass on rating these, saying that he's dealt with enough this boy.
Right. We'll lay off him.
Yes.
I'm so fragile.
Huh? Which reminded me about the bitterness of all the personal appearances. Is that something you feel bitter about or no?
Well, I think the big thing that bothers me about that is when people don't tell me because they think that I have a problem with it. But you
realize
I'm happy for people when they actually get them.
The bitterness is so apparent that it's working against you as far as getting future appearances. You recognize that.
I think I'm just a non-factor all around. I don't think it's necessarily that.
Let me find one that's here. Leave Stephen alone. Oh, we read that one. Hey, T, you're talking about Stephen crying at a wedding, and you were crying watching Two Brothers. You can't get much more gay than that. And at the time, I didn't even realize that that struck such a chord with me, Terry. Even Hotshot asked me during the break. I'm not hiding this information. I just never, I guess, got around to talking about it. Or maybe I did. I think I've mentioned this on the air, that my mom and dad's firstborn was a brother of mine that I have vague memories of as a very small child, but then he was taken away.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
And maybe the scene in Two Brothers, maybe there's something to that, Terry. I got to acknowledge that this is a fair point, that when the two brothers recognize each other late in the movie, maybe somewhere in me, that was me thinking of my brother, and if I would ever get the chance to see him. But I didn't feel that at the time, so I never really registered in me. But maybe there's something to that. Maybe I have to acknowledge that.
You've psychoanalyzed yourself.
Wow, nice
It's a very big moment, Terry.
Wow.
He does a show. He's called the S-Man in the Morning in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Who does?
Your
My
brother, yeah.
It's funny. Why do you say the S-Man?
I don't know. I just guessed S.
Well, you guessed right.
Really?
Yes.
Stop it.
Isn't it ironic that his name was Stephen?
Wow.
With a V.
What if he's your real...
Spelled it normally.
What if you and Kilbreth are real brothers?
No way.
I think it really was you, Stephen. You've been taken away from me for all these years.
Your mom looked at Steve and said, "Oh no, we gotta Swiss."
Yeah, he doesn't fit
You
in.
would
Shift him
think,
off somewhere.
with all the years that passed by, there would have been one moment where me and Stephen locked eyes and realized we were brothers from the beginning.
Right.
God, that'd be weird.
Now, why don't you admit on the air that even though you lied earlier, you've never really seen the movie?
Well, I admitted in that segment that I didn't see it.
No, you did not.
I've seen bits and pieces of it because I have it on DVD.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I do, actually, yeah. I bought it for my son because I'm sure he'll love it.
Someday, but you've never sat down and watched it, really.
You gave the impression that you saw it.
No, I did give that
watched
impression, no question.
That you watched the whole movie, and now you're just saying, no, I told you I didn't watch it. No, you did not. Now you're lying again. You're compounding your lies.
Double liar.
Whatever. Anyway, on that lying note,
oh gosh,
I'm done.
Guaranteed credit approval conditioned upon meeting specific income, employment, and other criteria. Log on to PierreMoneyMart.com for details.
Car credit clearance sale. Guaranteed loan approval.
Bad credit? Need a car or truck? Get to Pierre Money Mart now through Sunday only.
Car